Hello one and all, welcome back to my Digimon World 2003 livestream series. In the last part we got to Queenlong City in the Amaterasu server, which is the second world of this game, and we got the first leader badge from that server. In this part we're going to be exploring more of the Amaterasu server, and we're going to also be searching for the Digi egg that will allow us access to the North sector. So without further ado, let's jump into things. I made sure, as I promised last part, that I would get back to Queenlong City because I needed to go back to Asuka City to do an auction, but I didn't want to show the journey back, so just made my way back from there. It's been a week or so since I've played, so I'll just have a quick double check if there was any big changes, but I don't think there was really anything special that happened on my journey back. I think I just got a couple level ups. Alright. Let's go to the start screen. Let's see. Yeah, so I was using a little bit of Metal Greymon. I'll basically just be shifting between Metal Greymon and Skull Greymon. I think actually I got one thing. Yes, I got a Dance Feather while fighting some of the Numamon. Actually, I got two of them, which allows you to evade a little bit easier, which is nice. Not really going to be using it right now, but... Actually, no, I'll use it on Renamon for now, because the Search Crest increases our crit chance, but I do like the idea of having a bit of an evasion boost. So, sure, why not? Yeah, we got Talmon to 37. Don't think there was anything too different from last time there. Armamon is on 54, so... Yeah, I'm going to keep using Armamon for now. I may change my mind if we get to like a really high level and Armamon isn't doing much more for me. Hang on, turn my analog back on. There we go. I like moving around with the analog stick rather than the D-pad. But yeah. So yeah, this is the spooky Amaterasu server where everything is darker coloured and more unsettling. But yeah. So the goal for this part is basically we need to go to the south sector of this world now, and that's where we're going to find the second leader on our search for the Digi egg that we need to go to the North sector in the regular Asuka server. I did fight a card one, so I'll have a quick look, and ooh, these are some good cards. Definitely gonna add their Meteor on. That's a fantastic card, 21, 23. But this is the real card. Beast Energy, plus 20 to any Digimon's attack points and health points. That's superb. The other ones are decent. Is there anything we could buy here? Anything special? Not really. I mean, I'd love one of them, but you need 11,000 to get it. I bought a Blossomon last time. You know what? I'll buy another Blossomon. Let's do that. I want to make my green deck. I really want to focus more on the green deck than any other. Okay. Something I want to do as well, though, is I want to focus on the good cards in my deck. Like, I don't think we need the green energies. I think I'd rather have some better green Digimon. Yeah, like, you can only have 4 of any Digimon at a time, so that's kind of why we've got that. I don't think I have any more Vegemon, do I? No, see, I don't have any more Vegemon, so unfortunately, this is about all we could add at the minute. But this is a great card to have here. I don't want to add too many attack boosting cards, but at the same time, I don't really want to have Palmon for ages. I could add summon a green power or something. You know what, I'm going to add another Protect Armor, another Assault Armor, just to help us out. I don't really want Palmon. It's just such a weak card that but I think it's worth it. I'm going to put green power in. Gabamon's at least 4-3, so I think at least he's something. I don't really want this one either, so is there any better card I could use? I'm going to put one more assault armor in my deck, but that's where I'm going to stop, because I don't want to have too many non-Digimon, because otherwise we could end up with a hand of no cards that we could play. But that's fine. For now, that'll do. Oh dear. Alright. I don't remember there being anything spectacular to buy here, so just leave that for now. Turn that for now. Right, let's go. So, right now, we actually have quite an open... Let me just get the map out a second, because we haven't really looked at the map in a while. We have quite a few things we can go ahead and do, because what we want to do is go down here. And the only way to do that is going to be... We need to go underwater from Central Park, or Shell Beach will take us to the south sector, I believe. We could go to the west sector if we want to by going underwater here, but kind of going to be stronger Digimon over here. There's no real point going there, so we're not going to do that. We're going to save that for when we actually have to go for the story. We also aren't allowed to go to the Asuka city in this server, which is called Amaterasu City. I'll go more into that when we go near there, but just to let you know, don't go to Asuka. Don't try and go to Amaterasu City. It won't end well for you. This is Dual Island up here, which we haven't shown off yet, but we'll show that when we go back to the Asuka server. So, we have got the ruins up here, where there is a boss fight we could do. I don't know how strong, how confident I feel about doing that boss fight yet, but I could try it, see if we're able to beat him. There's a boss fight in Trana Valley as well, which we could see about. Again, I'm not confident how strong I am for that, so I'll wait and see on that. We have got... I think what I might do is explore this side to the station, see what's around there, and then just go back a bit. But the gondolas don't work, unfortunately, in this server, so we kind of have to just do things a bit differently. And unfortunately, I already battled this trooper in a Digimon battle, so unless I get my charisma like lowered a lot, he won't want to card battle me, which is very annoying. But it's fine, because more than anything, I'm just trying to get better cards for the Dual Island. But yeah, tell you what, I'll go to the station first, and then I'll go back up. Digimon in this area. Abidramon's sort of the main Digimon, which replaces Gizamon from the Asuka server. We fought him last part, but just as a refresher, pretty bulky. Like, he has a lot of defense, but he's very weak to electric attacks, just like any water Digimon is. So, definitely good to have that. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything with Metal Greymon here. So, this is just me. I just figured I should get Metal Greymon some time to shine, because I haven't really used him since I got him. But Metal Greymon will teach us some stronger fire techniques, which I want to get in order to make Skull Greymon hit a bit harder. And as always, the counter crest coming in clutch. Yeah, the fights will take a little bit longer with Metal Greymon against Avidramon, just because we don't really have any electric techniques for him. But I figured I should probably get some level ups while I'm exploring the rest of the server. But yeah, so I do have a specific goal in mind to beat the second leader, but there's quite a lot of bits and pieces and little side attractions we can go ahead and work through. Because this is essentially a whole other world. Like, everything in the Asuka server is here, but in slightly different places. Well, in slightly different contexts. So, for example, we can still go to Protocol Ruins, but there'll be a different boss there instead of Pheromon, and it'll give you a different reward to the reward that you got in the Asuka server. But I do recommend fighting those bosses because they give very good rewards. So they're very much worth fighting. And all the bosses will be in the same place. Ooh, unlucky crit, okay. All the bosses will be in the same areas that bosses were in for the Asuka server. That's not a good start for us. That's fine. How many life discs do I have? Is it worth it? I've got 3 life discs. Yeah, it's fine. I'll get some more money through fighting Digimon anyway. And we'll stock back up on life discs. Didn't realise a Digimon would hit me so hard. Yeah, this is the thing with the Amaterasu server. The XP rate is really good here, but the Digimon we fight are a lot more dangerous, so we do have to watch ourselves. Thankfully, we have Fishbuster on Monmon, which just obliterates Aqua Digimon. There we go. And we didn't get anything on, that's fine. But you can see there, in just 2 fights, we already have enough for a life disc, with a little bit of extra pocket change, which is nice for us. So yeah, the water section of this area, not really good for Agumon to fight in. Oh, there's a trooper here. Yeah. Alright, Digimon battle it is. If you know where tamers are in the Asuka server, they tend to be in the similar areas in this server. I'm just honestly going to switch to Armormon straight away. Something tells me this guy might end up using a bunch of aquatic Digimon, based on him using Shellmon immediately. Yeah. Something I haven't mentioned as well with this game is, if you're fighting a Digimon with a tamer or anything, you don't have to worry about, like, surprise techniques or anything. The Digimon will always have the same moves that they have in the wild. So Shellmon, for example, here will always just have his regular attack to deal with. So if you know what the Digimon's capable of, you'll know how to deal with it, whether it's a tamer or in the wild. Okay, I probably should have healed Armormon here, but I'm just curious what he has. And if I get lucky, I might be able to move and get a turn to heal. Ooh, Divermon. Okay. Definitely aquatic, this guy. Good. So we're going to use a supercharge, because we've got plenty of them now, which will basically heal us all the way up. Good old Divermon here. We'll be seeing more of him soon enough. I do want to show Dual Island off. I just wanted to make sure that before I go to Dual Island, I'm going to do some Cardmon battles, just to try and get some better booster packs, because as you saw, we got some good cards from that booster pack I got, which I think I got in the Amaterasu server. But it's more just a matter of being confident in my deck, and I really want to build a green deck. I think I've never done it, like, usually when I build a deck in this game, I just go for, like, the biggest number cards and, like, that's it. Or I tend to use a brown Digimon deck because brown Digimon don't cost anything. But the problem with brown Digimon decks is that in return for them not costing blocks to summon, there's so many cards that like disrupt and destroy that brown Digimon. So you have to be careful against certain duelists. But if you know which duelists have those cards, then it's not a big deal. But I've always wanted to build like a coloured deck because I really like the idea of that, and typically you want to build a deck of one certain colour to like give you a better chance of being able to summon your big monsters out. And green being my favourite colour, being green courage and all that, my channel, I figure green deck would just make the most sense to build for this series. If you're wondering about progress, by the way, I would say we are now at the halfway point of the game. Just about anyway. But the easiest way to think of it is that there are 8 leaders in this game. There's 4 in Amaterasu and there's 4 in the Asuka server. And while there's all these extra story bits going on in between leader battles, the ultimate thing in this game is to beat all 8 leaders. So once we beat all the 8 leaders, we'll be able to gain access to Amaterasu City. But yeah. Oh, and here we have a new Digimon, a Kuwamon. I really like the design of this guy. He's like a giant version of Kawagamon. A Kuwamon here is a powerful, I want to say he's a Mega Or he's at least Ultimate, if not Mega. He looks like he would be a Mega, like he's huge. But as with any insect Digimon, he's very weak to wind, and I believe he has a bit of a weakness to fire as well. Which is why I've gone for Flame Lance with Metal Greymon here. But yeah, he does hit quite hard, but he only has one basic attack, so... Imposing as he is, he's actually not too bad to fight. As long as you've got one or two pretty strong special attackers, you can take him on. If you have a wind technique, he'll rip through his health, no worries. Fire's good too, though, as I'm showing here. Yeah, like 300 odd damage, that'll do us. And then we just gotta get one regular hit to finish him off. Or a counter hit, that would work too. But the thing with Amaterasu is, it's just gonna be, the Digimon just hit really hard. So, be sure to stock up on plenty of healing items before you go to the Amaterasu server. Because this place is a resource drainer. And there's a lot of bosses and there's a lot of powerful Digimon here to watch out for that the game might not warn you about. We can go do the boss fights. My only worry is how strong they're going to be. But I do kind of want... That little rebel side of me wants to try one. The problem is, I just don't feel confident enough yet in my stats. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we come back. I'm going to wait a little while before doing the boss, because they never disappear. The bosses will stay wherever they are until you go and fight them. So you can do the fights at any point in the game. And I think what I want to do is go through the story a little bit more, and then we'll come back and we'll do like a big roundup of boss fights in a part. But yeah, so here's the East Station. So we have a bunch of Oinkamon here. And you'll notice we can't use our card or anything in this place. So we can never use the gondola. Basically making this station completely pointless in the Amaterasu server. But I wanted to just show that off in case anyone was wondering why I'm not just going to go to South Sector by the gondola. It's because the gondola doesn't work. But yeah. There's only one tamer in this area, so... I could go to Tirana Valley, because there is a boss fight there, but I think I'm going to save that. Just for the time being, until I feel a little bit more confident in my Digimon, because I mean, if these Okuamon are hitting me as hard as they are, I don't think I'm quite ready yet for the boss fights here. But just know that there are fights that we can do. Now, while I could go underwater and make my way through there to the South Sector from here, it will be quite a bit of a trip and a lot of underwater Digimon to fight. So I think what's actually better for me to do is to travel back across the Central Park, and I'll go underwater from there. Just because we need to get to South Sector anyway, and that should take us to, I believe it takes us to, if it's not Phoenix Bay, it takes us to, it's either Phoenix Bay or Bolton Bridge it'll take us to. But I want to do a good, like, explore of the South Sector. But yeah. If you're wondering how many secret bosses there are, like, in each sector, by the way, just off the top of my head, the East Sector has two, because it has the boss where Pheromon was, and the boss where Black Tyrannomon was, if you remember those first two boss fights we did. So there's a new boss in those places now. So that's two for the East Sector. The South Sector only has one. Basically, there's a Digimon that will replace Zambamon there. So instead of fighting Zambamon, you'll fight someone else in that in the Jungle Shrine. That one I recommend doing much later, just because the Digimon in that shrine are quite strong. So even though South Sector is our next target, I'm not going to do that boss fight for a little bit. Basically, I'm going to wait until after I've been to North Sector before I tackle the bosses in the Amaterasu server, because I figure it'll be a good time to round things up, since at some point we'll have to go there anyway. So this part's more about just fighting some tamers, fighting some Digimon, getting some level ups, and making our way towards through the Amaterasu server. Depending on how quickly we get through things this part, I could look at doing 1 or 2 of the boss fights, but I'll make sure I save before I do that. I just know right now I don't want to, because I want to get my levels up a bit. Especially with Agumon, like, Agumon's not exactly taking hits very well from this Digimon here. Oh, come on. That means he's gonna survive. Can I just get one more hit in before he gets... No, he's gonna hit me and knock me out. Yeah. Like I say, you do want to watch out in this server, because the Digimon here hit pretty hard. 5... I'm gonna use Talmon a second here. I'm actually just going to go for a regular attack as well, because there's such low health I don't need to waste MP on this. There we go. Good job, Redamon, you definitely did all of that fight. Okay, I'm going to use some of those power charges. I've been trying to... just hold on to these power charges, but now we're basically going to be upgrading to supercharges since the shops in Amaterasu actually sell them. So the power charge is basically obsolete now at this point. But it has served us very well for the first half of the game. The thing is that, like, we're not near the end because there's all sorts of little side quest things we can do that, and we've still got all the leaders to get to, which does take a little bit. But yeah. But if you think about it in levels, the final boss of the story mode, you want to be close to level 50, basically. We're currently near level 30, so we're making good progress through this game. I haven't yet decided how I'm going to tackle the post-game, if I'm going to do it at all, but we'll see how smooth everything goes. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to find the tamer. I thought there was a tamer up here, but he is not. I believe the tamer I'm after. Okay, never mind. I thought there'd be a tamer in the East Wire Forest. There might only be in the West Wire. Like I say, there's a lot less... I feel like there's less tamers overall in the Amaterasu server than in the Asuka server. Mostly because you'll only be fighting troopers and soldiers here. Since this whole server's been taken over by the AOA. Yeah. So we have our little recoloured Flymon. We fought one last part, but just as a refresher, this guy's weak to wind. He's not got huge physical defense either, to be fair. Like, he's got a little bit of defense, but he's not too bad. The problem with him is he's very fast. So I'd recommend just hitting him with your best techniques. Actually, well, his defense isn't bad, to be fair, but elemental attacks will do decent damage to him. But yeah. But the Digimon here, despite the strength and the imposing size of them, they typically have either big elemental weaknesses, or you can just rely on your counter crest to get you through them. So they don't typically have too much health, since they expect that you're going to be travelling around the server, kind of lost. I think in general, I find the first half of the game a lot harder than the second half in this game, because by the time we get to this part where Digimon might be hitting us harder, we also have ways to hit Digimon really hard as well. Let's see what you have to say. Digimon Battle Shot. Despite the fact that, like, these Digimon hit really hard, we also have a lot more... We'll be getting stronger techniques as we travel through this area to sort of balance it out. Like, your basic attacks probably won't do much to the Digimon, but as you can see here, like, one good special attack could do pretty good damage. This guy's got a Dokugumon though. Weak to wind, which I don't have unfortunately, on Metal Greymon. I know I could take the multi-crest off of Agumon, but I just like having it. Like, I really like the multi-crest a lot. I just hope I don't get poisoned. Oh, look, I got poisoned. Okay, fine. Flame Lance, go! Yeah, the thing is with Metal Greymon here, he's not the, like, flashiest Digimon in the world, but Flame Lance is a really nice technique that we would love to have on all of his forms going forward. So my plan is going to be basically train Metal Greymon up until we can load that technique up over. Oh my god, he's got 2 attacks in? It's a speedy Dokugumon. I don't mind fainting here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Talmon, use Talmon, and then when Talmon faints, I'm going to use 1 life disc, and then everyone will get XP for this fight here. Let's go for an Electro Bolt. Yeah, Renamon's use kind of depends in this place, because the Digimon here are going to hit me really hard, but my Counter Crest will hit them twice as hard, and some of my special techniques will be very useful on certain wild Digimon we fight. The problem really is just finding those Digimon, so I'm hoping to get some stronger techniques on Talmon for now, to transfer across to my other forms. Oh, okay, 2 Dokugumon. Oh, this is the red one this time. Immediately an upgrade. How much does Electro Ball do? 100. Wow, okay, that did nothing. I'll try Ice next, I guess. I always forget what the red one's. I mean, it's weak to wind, but I don't remember what else it's weak to. I wish I could say that I had all the Digimon types memorized in this game, but I really don't, because it's a lot more complicated than something like Pokemon. Yeah, something tells me we're probably going to faint here to the Dokugumon. That's fine. I want to see how much Ice does to him. I did 100. How much does Ice Shower do? 200. Okay, so Ice somehow is more powerful than my stronger electric technique. I guess spiders really don't care for electricity. There it is. Mon. Let's clean this up with Armormon. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need to buy some more life discs going forward, because this server's going to be a bit of a problem with shops. Basically, just like the Super server, we've got to go to towns for getting better items. But unfortunately for us, the paths towards the cities tend to take a bit longer because of all the blocked pathways. Okay, Bugbuster didn't do many hits, unfortunately. Good job, Armormon. Armormon as well here. Armormon here gets their special technique at level 70. That's typically the case for most Ultimate Digimon. So we're not actually that far off. We need 15 more levels on Armormon. And with all the Digimon here that are weak, like all these different type weakness moves that we have, like Dino Buster and Bug Buster, definitely coming in handy here. Wow, this Dokugumon really doesn't want to go down, does it? I'm also not getting any counter crests. Like, this is very rude. Come on. Take down this Dokugumon already. Thank you. Digimon number 3 is Sukamon. Oh, okay. Bit of a curveball that they've thrown at me here. And also a bit of a worrisome Digimon here, because I don't know Sukamon's weaknesses very well. He's a weird Digimon. Okay, I'm going to go for a Supercharge here. Because I don't want to have to use another life disc. I don't remember what Sukamon is weak to. I guess we just go for Big Shot, because he's not marine, because he's just like a poopy monster. Although I think he should count, because, you know, poop in the water. I just don't know what he's weak to. Like, he uses Dark Element, so maybe I should try Fire. Because Fire typically beats a lot of, like, darker Digimon. Alright, I'll try Metal Greymon. Let's see how it goes. I want to switch out. Yeah, Sukumon's a very left field choice for this guy. Bit of a strong tamer here. Just a dark attribute attack. Nothing huge to worry about. Alright, let's test out Flame Lance, I guess. Because it's my strongest technique anyway. Oh yeah. Unless that was a critical hit. That definitely feels like fire's probably his weakness. 26. 56. 39. Look at that. Just, that's what I love about the Amaterasu server, is the tamer battles in particular just give such good XP. I'm just going to heal up everyone quickly with some supercharges. Use up my last power charge, I guess, as well. There we go. I'm alright leading that, is that? Alright. Go through the West White Forest. Ooh, a new Digimon. We have Cherrymon. And I'm also ambushed, apparently, because that's fun. So Cherrymon here is a weird Digimon because he's one of the ones that gets two different types to him. Pretty bulky Digimon, like very big and imposing, but Cherrymon hates fire techniques, as all plant Digimon do. He also doesn't like machine techniques very much, so if you don't have a good fire Digimon, then a metal technique can do decent damage as well to him. Yeah, I always really like Cherrymon as a design. Like, I think he's very cool looking with, like, the old man walking stick that he holds. Even, like, this attack animation is pretty cool, that, like, he shoots out the cherries. Honestly, just a big hitter. Not a lot to say about him, though. Just go at him with your strongest fire move. Unfortunately, I believe their spirit or their wisdom is decently high, so they have a pretty good chance of blocking your special attacks. But that's kind of the case with most Digimon in Amaterasu, so you just gotta keep going at it. As you get later into the game, you're definitely gonna want to get some stronger, like, physical techniques. But yeah, like, look at that, we one-shot Cherrymon. 1,300 damage. This is where type weaknesses really come in handy, because some of the Digimon in this server are going to be really difficult without a good answer to them. Alright. Is there another trooper over there? No, there is not. That's fine. Is there an item up here, like there was in the Souk server? No, there is not. Alright. Well, there's another trooper. I want to try and get as many Digimon battles as I can in this. Ooh, we have a Triceramon. We haven't fought one of you in a while. Alright, I'm going to go straight to Armormon because I want to test out Dino Buster. Because I haven't really had a chance to use it yet. Oh, well, actually, no, we used it against the last boss, actually. Against the, I always forget the name of the cities in this place. The leader that we battled of that city, Zukyu, something like that, I don't know. But yeah, we used it on him. But Dino Buster, here we go. This is what this move was made for. To do big damage to Dinosaur Digimon. That's not big damage, what the heck? I guess because he's a very bulky physical Digimon. Alright, I'm going to just use Supercharge. Let's not be silly here. Give us another turn. Dino Buster, here we go. See, that's better. 700 damage, that's more what I'm talking about. I do have Renamon's ice techniques, but to be fair, Renamon's kind of my highest level, so I'm not overly fussed right now about using Renamon. We'll definitely get places where Renamon's going to shine. But right now, I'm fine to just use Armormon here. I should have just done the technique again, but oh well. Yeah, you see here just how little our physical regular attack does. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to hit the gym and like start getting stronger weapons and things, but more than anything else, we've just got to get the stats trained up. Which I will do when I get to the next gym. Tuskmon! I wonder if you can get a counter crest here as well then. That'd be pretty cool. This makes this tamer immediately important if you can get the counter crest from them. 800. Okay, that would be really funny if it just knocked him out instantly. No, I'm gonna let my two Digimon fin. Yeah, let's see who they have last. So Tuskamon, Triceramon. Digimon number 3 is Tyrannomon. Yeah, so they're just going like all in on like the old Digimon, the old dinos. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna switch to Renamon. I don't want anyone to faint, and my ice technique should do a lot to Tyrannomon. Of course, they'll do a lot of damage to me, but that is the price you pay. The price you pay for special attackers. But to be fair, Counter Crest could help us. Nice. Alright, Ice Shower, here we go. Show your power, Renamon, go! Perfect. Well, everyone lost a bit of health there, but we won. And that's the important part. That definitely tells me we're going to need some training before some of these boss battles, though, because that was just against some random tamers dinosaur Digimon. And if that's giving me that much trouble, I don't think we're quite ready yet for some of the big battles coming up. Well, not the boss battles that we have to do, but more like these optional ones. Alright. Now I'm actually going to switch up here, because I feel like Munmon just needs to catch up to level 29. And I'll go back to Agumon after. For now, let's make our way to Central Park. So we are at the Wire Forest entrance. Yeah, unfortunately the Oinkmon don't do anything. They're just there to oink, and that's all they do. It does make it quite imposing that there's no nice humans around. They're all just troopers. Like that. Oh, interesting. So he actually won't even battle me. Alright, let's talk to you. Panjamon. Different coloured Leomon. Let's see, you got 15, 15 and 5. Right. First things first, let's get some speed going. As always, we'll use the first points on speed. I honestly think I want to get a bit of defense, because we are taking way too much damage right now from these Digimon. I'm aware I haven't really been training my elemental weaknesses, but to be honest, I don't really prioritize most of them unless there's like a significant boss fight coming up, or like there's an area where I'm going to really need them. Like, honestly, I'm pretty fine with focusing more on like general defense. Early game I think it's more important, but right now, no, I'm not overly fussed. I could train attack, but I'd rather get some defense going on Munmon, just to make sure we can take hits just a little bit better. I'm not bothering with the Spirit or Wisdom because, honestly, Munmon really doesn't need it. Like, maybe in a pinch Wisdom, but like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with more for just making them a physical attacker. Agumon is more split. Obviously, we want our speed going up, but I do want to get a little bit more. I think I'm going to train Wisdom, actually. I want to have a good balance of the stats with Agumon. So I think I'm going to do a bit of Wisdom, and then I'm going to do the last few points in defense, so we can try and just take hits a little bit better. I think 300 is okay to have for now, for speed. Yeah, I haven't really worked on Wisdom in a little while, so let's get Agumon some Wisdom. Just got land on that too, buddy. Yeah. I haven't really talked about it, but I really love the cute little sprites for the gym. Like, it's repeated animation, obviously, but, you know, it's really cute. And I like that every Digimon has their own, like, every rookie has their own, like, success and failure animations. It's nice. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna go for a little bit of defense. Oh no! Again, Agumon. That's it. Oh, that's not much. It's a tiny bit better. Still not great though. Right, Renamon. Honestly, I think speed is fine. I think I need to get a bit of defense, because Renamon is just not taking hits very well. Let's at least get it to 300. I'd actually much rather more defense than attack now. Yeah, that's fine. We've all got boosted up a bit. I mean, I think that works for us. Yeah, we're all good. And we got a wild Digimon. So we have Antilamon, Big Bunny. Yeah, Antilamon uses dark element attacks. I really love Antilamon's design. Like, this game doesn't show it off very well, but this is a very cute Digimon. Like, for such a giant rabbit, she's got a really cute face. But this game's sprite just makes her look very imposing with those big noodly arms. Which I guess is the idea of her, to be fair. I don't really know the best element for Antilamon. Like, they're just a bit of like a strong physical attacker, but they do have a dark technique called Dark Elemental that you need to watch out for. Because it can, I believe it hits 3 times. So, yeah, it can be quite threatening. You do want to watch out for this. Is it 3 or just 1? No, it's just 1. It's just 1 strong dark special attack. Yeah, okay, I'm going to switch over to Metal Greymon. Let's try Fire. But yeah, Antilamon is the more threatening Digimon in this place because it doesn't really have an obvious weakness. It hits pretty hard and it has a dark elemental attack that hits quite hard that you gotta watch out for. So make sure you got Counter Crest before you come here, which I could say about the entire game, but you know, now it's really coming up with the power of these Digimon. Let's see. Yeah, see, Fire is definitely good here. I would recommend some Dark Tolerance before coming to Central Park, just because of the damage of this move. You see there, Agumon took it a lot better. Yeah. Let's try Triple Fire, just to put that to the test. It won't do as much as Flame Lance, but it's multi-hitting at least. Yeah, Fire. So Antilamon's weak to Fire, definitely. If Triple Fire is doing that much, there's definitely a Fire weakness there. Which is handy to know. So yeah, you can see that like Fire and Electric are really coming up a lot in the game now for like elemental weaknesses. Like I say, we cannot go into Amaterasu City, so I'm not going to go from here to show that off because it will result in just a game over. Hey, I'm not exaggerating, like you will actually get a game over. You cannot defeat the Digimon that are guarding Amaterasu City. And even through cheating devices, you can't do it. Or it's very carefully programmed where you've got to really like work through a lot of cheat. You have to do a lot of things to make it where you could even possibly beat them. And I believe even then the game keeps rematching you against them over and over because you're never supposed to beat them. It's supposed to be one of those like punishments for going to an area you shouldn't go to too early, basically. Yeah. So I know I could go underwater from here. I basically can go underwater here, or I can go underwater from Shell Beach. I'm debating which one would be better, but I think it might actually work better here, so I can show off more of the south sector. Rather than just going straight to where I need to go, I can like fight a bit around south sector. Do a bit more, do a little more exploring. Yeah. Something I also need to check. I don't remember if I'm going to check as well in my inventory a second. If I've actually recruited all the partnered Digimon. Wow, okay. I don't remember if it'll tell me if the DDNA gets taken away once I've used it. I just want to check that. Yeah, I know. I should definitely have my fire Digimon in front, but oh well. Just gonna quickly check my items. Important items, right? Oh no. Yeah, no, we keep them all. Gumamon, Patamon, Guilmon, Vmon, and Kumamon. Yeah, so we have all our things. I'll check when I'm in the next city where I can find a Piximon, if we have all the partner Digimon, or if there's any of the agents we need to go back and talk to again. I'm pretty sure I did all the ones that were in the desert, so I think it might just be the Vmon guy, unless I went back and spoke to him. Right, alright. I know this is a bit of like a wasted turn each battle, but more than anything, this is just getting Armormon. Armormon just getting a few level ups through switch training, which is something I use a lot in Pokemon, in the older games in particular. Let's see how much Flame Lance can do to you on Telemon. Yeah, and Telemon's one of those Digimon I don't feel like people really talk about much, but I always really like the design. Like, it's basically just a giant, tall rabbit with, like, a big collar and, like, big noodle arms, but I don't know, I always thought she was quite a cute Digimon, and, like, I really like her in the Digimon Tamers anime, because she was very nice, despite being, like, starting off as, like, sort of an evil guardian Digimon. She's still really nice, and it's quite a fun idea for a partner Digimon. Plus, she goes back, she comes from the adorable little Lockmon, which is like an alternate version of Terriermon, if you know who Terriermon is. Yeah. But I always feel like people don't talk about Antilamon compared to a lot of other Digimon from that series. Like, usually you hear about Guilmon and Renamon and Beelzemon and Leomon and that, but you don't hear a lot about Antilamon. And I think it's a shame, because I really like the Digimon design. She's very cool. She stands out quite a bit to me. Alright, I'm healing up. I'm glad I stocked up on all these supercharges now. Because one supercharge gives us nearly all of our health. But you can see with Agumon, his health is actually getting so high that the supercharge isn't actually a full heal for him anymore. Which just goes to show that, like, our levels are going up now. Yeah. Like I say, each battle's going to become a bit longer, but that's just what happens as the game gets harder. 59, ooh, and 29, there we go. And level 30, Metal Greymon, but you didn't get anything. I was hoping to bump into the other Digimon in this place, because there are 2 Digimon in Central Park, but I just haven't found them yet, so I might just do a couple battles while I'm here, before we go underwater. I would like to bump into the second Digimon, because I know that Munmon can deal with them. And they do have a very cool design. In fact, I'm just going to do that now. Just run around until we find Digimon. There we are. Perfect. So here's the other Digimon. Hercules Kabuterimon. Or H Kabuterimon here, because the name couldn't quite fit. This is the Mega Evolution for Tentomon, who was one of the first Digimon that we saw in the anime. Pretty cool looking. I like the golden armor he has. He's very giant here. As with any insect Digimon, he's weak to wind. Fire does decent to him as well. Weirdly enough though, his regular attack is a fire-based move, despite being an insect Digimon. But yeah. As with any insect Digimon though, Bugbuster is okay. Not the best option into him. Wow, okay, he did not want to take that. The bigger thing with Hercules Kabuterimon here though is, I believe this is the only... You may or may not fight a tamer or two with him, but you don't really see him very often, so... This is kind of the main place if you want to fight one in this game. Like, if you say you want to fight all the Digimon. Okay, wow, okay. Thanks, Armamon. How much do you need? You know what, let's use Talmon to finish this off, because I might get a level up with Talmon, which would be nice. Oh, for goodness sake. This could be one of these battles where he's either going to be a counter-attack or he's going to come down to our last Digimon. But I'm not using a life disc. 900, jeez. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to show him off, because a bit of a different encounter to everything around here. Level 40, and we didn't get anything special. Cool. Make my way down. Just don't bump to another Digimon. Okay, Antilamon. That's fine. Antilamon's actually the easier Digimon to fight here, because I feel like wind techniques are a lot harder to come by in this game than fire techniques. Especially given that Agumon and Kurtamon both get a fire technique at the start of the game. So in 2 of the 3 packs you already have a Digimon from the start of the game that has fire techniques going towards it. If you want the best fire techniques, you want to use an Agumon though, because Agumon gets some of the strongest ones through his Mega Evolution Wall Greymon, and some of his other special forms that he gets quick access to. Like I say, you can get those with other Digimon, but they take much longer to get to build up towards. You gotta be kidding me. Antilamon. Don't be fussy now. That's better. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go triple fire actually, because here's the problem with, you're already seeing the problem with special attacks in this game. Typically, unless they're multi-hitting, like triple fire is here, if they block it, it kind of makes it useless compared to just going for a strong physical attack. The problem I've got right now is my Digimon don't have many strong physical moves, so it's kind of getting difficult to reliably take down certain Digimon here. That's why triple fire is such a good move in this game. It isn't especially strong, and you want the upgraded form of it, but being able to hit multiple times really helps us with these stronger Digimon. Hey, level 60, we learned Draymon Buster. Alright, we'll have to see what that does. Draymon Buster. Well, let's go underwater, because we need to make our way to the south sector. And the routes are all the same, by the way, like the underwater routes, so you don't have to learn a whole new one. Also, thankfully, these areas are back to the normal colour scheme, like the Asuka server, so there's no, like, despite the above water being red, it's just a lighting thing for the server to look more ominous. When you actually go underwater, it is back to normal. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to use Munmon for a fight, see how it goes. If I don't like it with Fishbuster, I'm going to go switch to Taomon in the lead as we make our way towards the south sector. But yeah, like, things in this amatersau server will get more developed as we unlock more ways of transport and we get further into the game, because right now we're kind of just blasting through, going to the south sector without doing all the mini bosses, but like I said, it's just my levels, I'm not confident enough. Okay, we got here really quick, so I'm just gonna spin around, show off an encounter here. I actually don't remember the Digimon in this underwater place. Right, just turn around for a minute. Okay, I guess it doesn't want me to encounter Digimon. It's really weird for me, I'm not used to, like, not encountering Digimon. Do a little spin. I'll just give it a moment. There we go. Took a while. Alright. New Digimon. Marine Devimon. Very cool looking Digimon here. So Draymon Buster. Huge damage versus Dragon Digimon. That's a very specific type of Digimon, but okay. See how much Fishbuster does to Marine Devimon. As with any as with like any fish style Digimon, Thunder techniques will do a lot. Marine Devimon hits very hard, so you do want to watch out for this guy. And he gets 2 attacks in as well, which is very rude. They are water technique and they are physical though, so that's all he does. honestly, he's not that bad compared to some of the other Digimon we've been fighting so far. The bigger threat with him is just that he gets 2 attacks in, like, which could be a problem, but I mean, if you've got this far, you should be okay. Pretty good Digimon to train against though, just for level, like good XP yields. Yeah. So we are in Bug Bridge. Oh, we have a trooper up here. Didn't expect to see you. Cool, so we can Digimon battle this guy as well. Our first Digimon is a Hagurumon. Okay, I can't do anything to you with you, so immediately I'm going to switch over to Talmon before things get out of control. Alright. Good old Hagurumon, the annoying gear Digimon. We go for Electro Ball. This should possibly, this might even one-shot, because they really don't like thunder techniques. Water techniques. Yeah, nice. You can see here just how important elemental weaknesses are becoming. Ooh, Clockmon! I like Clockmon. That's interesting too, because he has a Digimon that speeds himself up and a Digimon that slows us down. Alright, Clockmon, you and me. Let's Electro Bolt you. Get out of here. Wow, okay, he actually got up. I'm impressed. And he's just going through straight up physical attack here. Honestly, this is a pretty easy tamer for the Amaterasu server. Kind of disappointed. Like, that was a really easy fight. I guess he was more of like a defensive tamer. Nothing there. 41 there. Cool. This is also great because I'm getting loads of bit from fighting all these tamers. What's my health like on each? No, that's fine. Agumon's on fine health. What I want to do, I want to first go have a look at the swamp, just to see if there's any secret items. This is sort of where we can just start exploring and filling up the map. Okay, we have an Oinkmon. That's nice. Anything else around here? Nothing there. I gotta say, I do like the red and purple colour in this place. It's quite spooky looking. Oh, we have a alternate coloured Seedramon. Pretty much same as the normal ones, except deal a bit more damage. But they still have all the problems with the other Seedramon, where they're very weak to thunder. They do have a lot more defense though, so you do want to watch out for these guys. They also weirdly don't have the like water animation. They actually just attack for like a straight up physical hit. But yeah, I can't really say I like training against these guys. They're kind of awkward to fight. Not really. Like, I'll be honest, the South Sector Amaterasu server is kind of forgettable for me. Like, I feel like in general, if I was to rank the servers, South Sector is one of my least favourites, just because in the Asuka server you spend so long doing fetch quests that you don't really get a lot of time to appreciate the environment. But also, I think the swamp environment kind of gets boring after a little bit. Whereas, like, the Central server had a lot more going on with all the different things that you see around. There's a bit more variety to what's in that server. And while the West Sector is basically just desert, I think the desert landscape is more interesting because it has like a factory and like the Badlands and I don't know, it's the part of the game where I really remember a lot of the story beats as well. Is the West Sector. Yeah. I will say though, like, I think the Amaterasu South Sector's got a really nice colour scheme at least, but yeah, I don't really love the South Sector. I also think it kind of doesn't do a lot for plot. Like, in the Asuka server, you do a lot with the South Sector, but in the Amaterasu server, you just come and go from here. And I think a lot of the sectors kind of have that problem here. Okay, I'm going to try Draymond Buster. Is this a Dragon Digimon? Let's have a look at it. I don't think it'll count, because it's like... Maybe it is actually. Maybe it's a mix of sea and of a water Digimon, but it's also a dragonic Digimon, I guess? Also, I really like that like animation, like sword, pretty cool. I stand correct, by the way. This guy has a special technique called Hard Rain, which is a special water technique. Not too bad though to deal with. But yeah, I guess Seadramon, like Seadramon, I guess he does technically count as a Dramon, like a dragonic Digimon. So I actually do more with my Draymon Buster than I do my Marine Buster. That's really good to know. And a really good time to get this move as well. Look at that. Triple hit. 666 damage. Nice. Yeah, right. I feel like I might actually get Armamon to level 70 in this part. Which would be great, because, you know, I'd have a special technique. Alright, I was going to be honest, I was expected to actually find something. Can't interact with the... That's interesting, so you can't even interact with the shrine, so this area is completely pointless, really. Unless there's some, like, secret thing at the end of the game with a side quest. There's not really any reason here to come here. The kind of problem with the Amaterasu server is there's a lot of places that they just didn't put any items or special things there that had to be included because they were in the Asuka server. So it's a bit like, it's a bit of a shame, really. Oh well. I like that Draymon Buster is actually doing more than what the technique was doing to Seadramon. So what I've learned is Armamon is great to fight here. It's great to use here. I gotta admit as well, as someone who didn't have a lot of faith in Munmon in the first half of the game, they are earning their spot on the team really well here, considering I would be having a lot more trouble with that Seadramon if not for Draymon Buster. Let's see if we can fight a Cardmon, actually. We haven't fought Cardmon in a while. Ooh, he's a level 3 Cardmon. Unfortunately, Cardmon don't have a special category of, like, sort of Digimon that they are. 100. Okay. Not a lot. Yeah, he's just gonna run away, isn't he? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna really be able to beat the Cardmon here right now. I don't really have a strong enough technique to just, like, get through them. No, 200 odd, yeah. So I'm gonna need to train up a bit before we fight those Cardmon. But that's fine. I thought I'd just have a look at what that swamp area is like. How are we doing everything else? Okay, I actually want to go to the inn because my MP is running out on Munmon. And thankfully, we have landed right near an inn. Because, as with everywhere, we can still come to the Tranquil Swamp. Actually, is there anyone in the Shaman house? Dude. Yes, there is a Sepicmon here. It's getting pretty quiet around here. It's all because the AOA took over the server. No, alright then. It's interesting that there is a Sepicmon in this server. I was not trying to run along. Alright, I guess we're fighting the Seadramon. It's just weird to me that he counts as a Dragonic Digimon more than a Sea Digimon. But it's good for me, because easy level up for my Armamon at least. Oh my god! Never mind, that is a lot of damage. I'm going to have to use the supercharge there. That is a huge amount of damage all of a sudden. I don't know if that was just a critical hit or something, but that was insane. That is kind of a problem with not training my wisdom up with Armamon. Can I just get a counter crest to finish us off? That'd be really nice. Oh, well, perfect. Gotta love that counter crest. $65. Nope, nothing new. But that's fine. Okay. We have a trooper here. Hello. Cool. Digimon battle. Sure. Right near the inn. Ooh, a new Digimon. We have Mega Seadramon. the ultimate form of Digimon. They should have the same properties of basically same properties of regular Digimon, but he has. I mean, it's not showing here because this guy's weaker, but he has a thunder technique attack, which is really unique and weird for his regular attack. But if you can beat regular Digimon, you'll be fine with a Mega. Still weak to thunder, like the regular one is. Though I don't think he's as weak to thunder. Yeah. Oh, come on. Of course they have the Digimon. Alright, that's going to be a problem for me. Okay. Honestly, I can't do much. I'm just going to attack and hope for the count for my blast. Let's see what happens here. Hard rain. I mean, if they keep using hard rain, it'll fill up like nothing else, this blast gauge. I'm hoping to blast though, because when I blast, I'll get infinite MP for a moment, which would really help out. In fact, I think if this doesn't counter crest, it should hopefully. No, it's not. It's not strong enough. Cool. I definitely don't like the colours of this Digimon as much. The white and brown is a bit of a weird colour combo. Alright, I guess we're going to see the last Digimon with Monmon. Cherrymon! Okay, that's great. So Greymon can finish this off, no problem. I don't mind losing Armormon here. Or, okay, fine, I guess I won't lose Armormon, and I will save my blast gauge. We'll go to Metal Greymon here. Rawr! Like I said, this Cherrymon's nothing to worry about. Like, just weak to fire, not to worry about. There is a alternate coloured Cherrymon, which is a bit more of a threat, but I don't think he'll show up until we get into the... I think he's in Ether Jungle, actually, in the South Sector, in the Amaterasu South Sector. They should do... Yes, very nice. Thank you, Metal Greymon. 66, and level 30, nice, 32. That's some good damage. Alright, let's heal and save at the inn, because we made some progress, got some level ups there on our journey through. 68-bit, okay, bit costly, but that's fine. Wow, I woke up and everyone was a Digimon. Well, what happened? The Amaterasu server happened, my dear. I'm going to keep with Monmon in the lead until we get to level 70 on them. Or until I get to an area where they're not very helpful for fighting the Digimon around. But yeah, the main thing I want to do though is, like I say, I'm just sort of exploring this side first of the South Sector, and then we'll go to the city. We'll make our way towards the city after. I'm just trying to fill up the map and then go to the South Sector city, and that should get us to the second leader boss that we need to do. Which will unlock a big chunk of the game for us once we've done that. This is still sort of the... I'd still call this sort of the first half of the game, in the sense that a lot of the things we can do here are still limited to Submarimon, but we're going to get the help of another Digimon soon that will let us basically travel through both servers much faster and in a more, well, in a more interesting way, so we won't have to keep going back through the bug maze over and over. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to show off the rest of this side, so let's have a look. If there's any items, nothing down here, that's fine. Any troopers? Nope, just an Oinkmon. Yeah, unfortunately, the Oinkmon, you can't do anything with them. Like, I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity. I think they should have let you have, like, tamer battles against them still. But they do at least fill the areas with troopers to keep you busy with tamer battles. But yeah. I got a wild Mega Seadramon here. I just realised I probably don't want to fight. I probably don't want to blast here. Please don't blast. Good. It's interesting that he does count as a Draymon. I do like Mega Seadramon, but there's a evolution to Seadramon that I like even more as a design. But you won't be seeing him for a little bit. He is in this game though, so keep your eyes out for any other special Seadramon we'll be fighting. Alright, we are at the bulk swamp now. Again, I'm doing this just to fill the map up. And also just to get some tamer battles going with all these troopers. Clear them out the way, get us some XP. Okay, we have a Ghost, a Bakamon. This is a battle that I want to use my Metal Greymon for. Because spooky Digimon are weak to fire. That is how I always remember it in this game. So the ghoul sort, which is very odd to me, but I guess it's like you're burning the spirit, so I guess it does sort of work. Okay. Got old Bakamon here, already lost nearly half his health. No, we'll go for Flame Lance for now. It is fun though seeing what Digimon these tamers have, because we're starting to meet some new Digimon. It's the ones that we've been battling. Like Phantomon, for example. Now, in terms of just random one-off, like random Digimon that I really love, Phantomon's up there as one of my favourite designs in all of Digimon. I love his little spooky hood, the little scythe he has, and like that little chain that he always holds onto. Like, he's really small, and I really like that. He's like a very cool looking Digimon. Like, he's like the perfect upgrade to Bakamon in every way. Like, Bakamon was just like your typical ghost, but Phantomon really does look like a phantom. Like, he looks a lot more sinister and a lot more just strange and spooky, and I really like that. He also had a really weird, really cool character in the first series. Speaking of cool characters, we have Mummymon! Another very cool Digimon here, from the second series actually. And another one of my favourite, like, weird Digimon. I really like him in the O2 anime. Unfortunately here we didn't get to see it, but he does fight with his snake bandage in this game. I don't remember if he uses his gun for anything though. He might do. I think he does use both his snake bandage, which is like his bandages for an attack, and I think he actually also has like shoots his gun for like dark elemental damage as well. But yeah, can we go in there? Yes, we can. We can go into the south station, and unfortunately, it's the exact same situation as the east station. We cannot access anything here. There's an Oinkmon here, Model Marilyn, Cameraman Kappa. You can see here all the Oinkmon just say oink 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 oink. Nothing much to say. My point of doing this was basically just to fill up the map, and just for the tamer that was here. But as you'll see, we have now filled up this entire bottom half of the south sector. So we've got Jungle Grave should be about here, Phoenix Bay, the city, Aether Jungle, the shrine, the cape there. And meanwhile here we have the Shell Beach, the cape there, Amaterasu City, Protocol Ruins, which we will go to at some point, and the Dual Island, which we'll show off at some point. But I won't be doing, I need to do the Asuka Dual Island first, before I'll have a chance against the Amaterasu one. Also, in case you're wondering about any of the auctions, the next auction won't be until after we beat the second leader, but I'll bring up when the auction is for that. Nope, we're all good. Okay, let's keep going. Seadramon. Okay, yeah, so this area is basically just Seadramon and Mega Seadramon. Honestly, it makes this place quite easy with my Munmon. compared to the confusion annoying original place where you'd fight the Gekomon. Can you please block? Nice. That's very nice. Honestly, I think I can do enough with 3 regular hits. Perfect. Good job, Mon. 68. We have 2 more levels and we'll get Armamon's new move unlocked. And apparently this game really wants me to get those right now. I'm hoping to block this guy and then we bump into one more. Mega Seedramon. Yeah, Mega Seedramon's a lot less bulky than that alternate coloured Seedramon. He doesn't even hit as hard. It's just that he uses thunder damage instead, which is interesting. Let's take him out with Draymond Buster. Yeah, if anyone knows about Mega Seedramon in this game, whether or not he is actually weak to thunder, I assume he is because he's like a water Digimon, but he uses a thunder attack, so I don't know for certain on that. But yeah. Alright. And we are now in Jungle Shrine. It's nice hearing some of the actual music for these places as well, not just the Amaterasu theme all the time. I don't believe there's any like special items in this place, just like the original. Yeah, we can actually just go straight through here. We don't have to worry about anything with the. We don't have to worry about like a Zamamon or anything. Is anyone up here actually? And what we did in Digimon. Might as well see. Ooh, we have a blue Phantomon, an alternate color. Interesting. In that case, I'm going to switch to Metal Greymon, because he's got our fire technique for this. The blue one basically hits, I think, a bit harder than the red one does, of the Phantomons. But that's all he does, he just does one strong physical dark attack. And Counter Press has always been the best item. Just go for Flame Lance. Oh, come on. Are we really going to beat this guy with just Counter Press alone? No, we're not, apparently. Alright, I'm going to go Triple Fire, just to make sure I actually hit my attack. And I hit all 3, apparently. Nice. Yeah, definitely weak to fire. Very weak to fire. Come on, get to level 70. Nice! We learned Justice Strike, Armamon's signature move. Very big moment there. And we even hit 33 on Metal Greymon. Honestly, I think now I'm good on Armamon for a moment. So I'm going to train up Metal Greymon for a bit. And I'll train Renamon up when I feel good and ready for that. But yeah. So, big moment for Armamon, because having his signature move will help us out. We might use it against the next leader. I think that'd be a fun way to show it off. Was there anything up there? No, there's nothing up there. That's fine. I always wonder what this is on the floor. It's very weird. The little, like, grey... I don't know if it's meant to be like a ghost, or it's like a peeling thing on the floor or what. Yeah, there's always been something really weird and ominous about the Jungle Grave. I do like it though, it's a cool area, it's very memorable. Blue Phantomon. Right. Let's try Flame Lance. I would like to land one, please. Nice. 600 damage, that's really good. Counter would be wonderful. Hey, where'd it go? Honestly, like, once you have some good elemental techniques, the south sector is actually kind of easier than the east sector of Amaterasu. Or if you have like better, like the right sort of moves, like we have on Munmon to deal with those bulkier Seedramon. Yeah. And here we are at Phoenix Bay. the Blood Red Sea. I don't know why they decided to make it red. Of all colours, they really wanted to set in how dark this place is with the red. But yeah. There it is. Ooh, a new Digimon. We have Brachiomon. As a dinosaur Digimon, I believe he's weak to ice, so I'm going to switch to Dalmon actually. Not much to say, pretty strong physical attack, decent defense. I don't believe there's anything significant about this Digimon. I don't remember if he has any items or anything. But he does hit decently hard. I do remember him giving good XP though, so he's quite good to... I used to train on these while I was in the South Sector. Because they weren't super strong and they were weak to ice. So I just use like my strongest techniques and just wail away at them. I do like the blocks of his neck, that's kind of fun. Alright, try again. Ice Shower. Really doesn't want to be hit by this. Okay. I'm trying to remember if he does give you an item. I don't know if he does. I'm not just gonna win with Counter Crest, that'd be lame. Can I just hit one Ice Shower, please? I think I do need to train my wisdom up a bit on Renamon and the spirit to get that accuracy up. You can see there, like 700 damage. That is really good damage. Day 5, we learned Magic Missile, our first machine special attack. Not a bad one actually. Nothing there. That's fine. Nope. That's fine. Let's have a look at the signpost actually. North, who knows? East, go look. West, whatever. Bit cheek. But yeah, here we are. Hey, wait, who are... Is that the blue ID pass? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were Queen Long Chief. What? Yeah. That uniform is too obvious. I'm in disguise and on patrol. Let's keep this a secret between the two of us, okay? You're great, Chief. You're a hard worker. Oh, please, go ahead. Alright. Phew, that was close. But now I can go into ZooQ City. All clear in this area? I'll continue scouting. Yeah, so one of the things with this server is, as you get the different ID passes, you'll be able to go into these later cities to gain access to them. How much money we got? Oh, we are rolling in the dough now. Let's have a look at the armory. Let's get some upgrades. Alright, let's see. Anything special? Shineblade, Tiger, Misty. Yeah, I'm not really big on... Nothing really standing out here. Ooh, wait, that's a good shield. Maybe. That's pretty good. That's a big upgrade, actually. I might look into that. Let's keep looking there. That's a good hat for Renamon, at least. Ooh, the Shaman Mask is even better. That's great. Ooh, we do lose some Dart Tauros, but that's some decent... That's okay. Not bad. That's quite good. I don't like the attack going down. The defense up's nice, but eh. Meanwhile, that armor gives us a little boost. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Mighty Guard, because I think that's a really good upgrade. For you. That's a great upgrade there. I would go the Shaman Mask, but that is half our... That's only 2. It gets our charisma up a bit, but honestly, I don't think that's really worth it. Do you have anything we can sell? Let's have a look. No? Wolfang, yeah, I'm not really big on the Wolfang. Get rid of that. Sure. We want to keep that, definitely. Mini Guard. Small defensive weapon to attack. Okay. Raven Bow. Two-handed weapon. Yeah, I don't want to use that. Metal Horn. Swap that off. We want to keep them, because they're obviously special. The Mini Guard. Small defensive weapon to attack. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't really care about that. Alright. Armor. I can get rid of a Wing Helmet now. I can get rid of a Tama Mail. We want to keep the Knight Well, do we actually? We want the Divine, definitely. The Draymond Shield, definitely. The Hazard, definitely. Do I need the Night Shield? I don't need the Night Shield. No, we can get rid of that. Alright, any special accessories I don't need loads of? Honestly, I'm going to get rid of these. I don't think these rings were really that worth the money that I thought they were. 500 bit for all these, isn't it, really? Yeah, no. I'll hold on to them for now. That's fine. Alright, so we got a little upgrade. Little upgrade, that's fine. Okay. Next thing I want to do is we're going to buy a bunch of... Do I want to actually... Yeah, no. I think I'm going to buy some of these. Let's buy... Let's buy 20. Sure. That'll keep us topped up for a bit. I want to get 10. I'm going to get 9. So we still have over 8,000 bit. We have over 8,000 bit to spend. Bear in mind, I will need some money for the auction, but that's fine because the auction will take a bit to get to anyway. Let's talk to you, Digimon. Let's see if Digimon has anything to buy that's fun. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh. See, these are good with a asterisk. They're expensive. 7,000 bit is a lot to buy a, say, Wergarurumon. That'd be all my money going towards one card. And I don't think that's worth it, because we can just get the booster packs. Maybe if I get loads of money down the line, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it. Piximon. I want to just check if I can load any techniques first of all. No, we can load Flame Ball, which is fine, because we could already do that anyway. Can't load any of them. Can't load any of them. Alright, Renamon. Still can't load that. It's fine. Do we have any special, like, change type? What have we got? Stingmon's the only one we've got, that's fine. Alright, Munmon. We cannot load any different ones here. Yeah, that's fine. We have Pokemon, we have Digitamamon or XVmon, but honestly, I'm not feeling either of them, really. That's fine. I want to... Oh, actually, no. I did want to check, didn't I? Piximon. I would have just double-checked that we have all the partner Digimon. Let's have a look. So we have Kotamon, Kumamon, Vmon, Guilmon, and Patamon. We have all the partner Digimon in the game. Perfect. And I still have, how much bit? 8,800 bit. Oh yeah, we are fine for money for now. Now unfortunately I don't remember this leader very well, so what I might just do, before we do anything, where are you going? We're gonna have some Timbervalls. Brachiomon. Okay, I want to try out my machine move, see how much it does to Brachiomon. How much does Magic Missile do to you? Because I do not remember, aside from Ice, what else Brachiomon's weak to. Okay, Machine's pretty good. That's good to know. So, okay, let's keep going. Magic Missile. Down he goes. 1 down. 2 to go. Next up, Tyrannomon. Okay. I don't want to use Munmon until we go to the leader, because I want to save my blast for then. In fact, honestly, I think I'm just going to start with that. How much does Magic Missile do to you, Tyrannomon? Oh my god, that is so good. Yeah, Magic Missile is the move we needed on Metal Greymon. I might start with Metal Greymon actually and just see how it does. Save the blast as like a trump card for the battle here. Because last time they were using... Ooh, Metal Tyrannomon, new one. Last time they were using plant-based Digimon, so I feel like I should probably try and see if this leader also does that. Metal Tyrannomon here, by the way, is very weak to electric and water. So, yeah, Machine's not going to do much to him at all. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Metal Tyrannomon as a design. I think he's very messy looking with the colour. I don't like the colour scheme, I don't like... There's a lot going on here. Okay, that was terrible. I thought I might live one. Okay, fine. Oh no, because I'll blast. Ooh, no, we don't want to do this. I kind of messed up here. I messed up. I actually messed up here. I don't want to use you. I want to use... Go back to Metal Greymon. I'll get the XP. We'll do it that way. Alright. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I do want the XP on Renamon. I'm going to use a life disc here. I'll try fire, but I'm not confident it's going to do a lot to Metal Tyrannomon. Actually, how much does that do? 500. Not bad. Honestly, I might just win by counter. Counter pressed. Let's see how much fire does, because I know he's weak to thunder and water, but I don't know how much fire will do to him. Okay, nothing. No, not worth it. That's fine. Let's go back to Talmon and try this again. I took about 900 from one hit. Just gotta take one hit. Come on, run him on. Wow, that's a lot. Sure, that works too. That gave us XP on everyone at least as well, which I wanted. 23, still 70. And that should guarantee that I'll get a level up on Monmon in the leader. Who are you? You're suspicious. Let's Digimon battle. Yeah, okay. Ooh, this guy's a Gessamon. How much does Machine do to Gessamon? Let's find out. Ooh. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Yeah, I think Metal Greymon's definitely leveling up in the world here. 400. It is a lot, but I think I can take him out with my Metal Greymon. Ooh, oh no. Okay, interesting, he blocked it. Now I need a counter. No, okay, fine. But I'm not going to let myself faint here. Go, Metal Greymon! Blocked. Alright, so let's keep those magic missiles going. There is a inn in the town, which is why I'm not worried about how many things I'm using. Like special techniques. Alright. I'm either going to counter-attack or I'm going to take you out. Yeah, so I'm on with my triple attack. Either way, you're going down this turn. Down goes Gessamon. What does this guy have as well? Along with Gessamon, he also has Octomon, another new Digimon. Pretty cool looking, I gotta say. I like Octomon's design. He's quite a... I remember him being quite speedy, but he's not too bad to beat. He just hits quite hard with his water technique. Yeah, you can see that he hits pretty hard. But he has the same weaknesses of any water Digimon. What about Machine? I don't know how Machine does on him. Yeah, see, not bad. It's got quite a bit of health. Not loads, but a decent amount. Your typical amatersau Digimon. I'm going to make a risky switch here. Try and land an Electro Ball with Talmon. Good. Let's see if we can land an Electro Ball, because this should one-shot Otamon if it hits. That's a big if. I am a bit worried if I'm going to be able to take a hit. Never mind, don't even have to worry. Renamon avoids it. That could also be the Dance Feather helping me out a bit, because it does improve my evasion chance. Yeah, look at that. Easy one-shot. 600 damage, yeah. Probably would have taken 2 of those to take him down normally, but that's fine. And look at that, Renamon's level 32. Oh. Absolutely perfect. 10,000 bit. Yeah, we're good. We'll nail this. I feel good about this leader fight. Like, I don't remember what they have, but I feel like my Digimon are pretty powerful in terms of, like, level and everything. So I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do this. Alright. I'm going to just double check, but I'm pretty sure the next auction is, in fact, after this leader fight, and after we do an extra little thing. Amatersau, Swampin. And I'll double check the price as well of the item in the auction. Alright, so this next auction is... Okay, so we need 6,000 bit. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use this item, but, you know, we still want to get it. And it's going to be just a bit after we have done the leader fight. So it's not the leader fight, it's a little bit after that. I'll let you know when. But we need 6,000 bit for that, which we have got plenty of. And again, I'll have to go back to Asuka City to do that. And then the one after that is after we've beaten the Genbu leader, which will be important for us. Yeah, so you can see there's still some Floramon here. Let us talk to this leader. What? Who are you? Only the members of the AOA can get into here. Suikyu Chief, where is the Digi Egg of Knowledge? Ha ha ha, so you're responsible for the Asuka server. But no matter how hard you try, it's too late. What? What do you mean by that? Ha ha ha, I'll tell you. We succeeded in taking the undersea base, Megasta. And now we are launching the mobile fort Juggernaut. Now the world will bow down to the AOA. Yeah, right, I'm not going to let you. I'll stop the launch of the Juggernaut. Ha ha ha, go ahead and try. But if you can get by me first. Alright, Suikyu Chief. First Digimon, Cherrymon, the alternate colour, ooh. Weak to fire. Also doesn't like machine as well. And it's better to hit them on the special side than physical, because they have a bit more physical defense. As I can say, I'm going to kind of have to remember which Digimon he uses over time. The important thing with this Cherrymon, as you can see here, is every time they hit you with their physical attack, which is their only technique anyway, they gain back so much health. So you do want to watch out and try and take them out as fast as possible. It can be a bit drawn out, but again, a good fire technique will do wonders for you. Counter Crest also really helps with these sort of moves. Because while he will gain HP back, we have a chance of counter-attacking and then knocking that health back down. Flame Lance is going to be my best technique here. But yeah. I think this is a great example of an alternate colour because the autumn colour fits perfect. Unfortunately, I did not knock him out as much as I wanted to. Alright, I'm going to probably need a counter crest here to take him down. Thankfully, he doesn't get all of these health back from what he deals to you. Just like, I think it's like 75% or so. This should be enough to take out this stupid Cherrymon. Nice. Bit of an annoying first Digimon, but with good fire technique you can get through it. Second Digimon, Scorpiomon. Very different to the first one. This is a water-based Digimon, but he has just a regular physical attack. Don't underestimate him though, because he hits very hard. Alright, I'm going to switch straight up here into, just so I can have Agumon as a switch near the end. Grand Wave. So Scorpiomon has a strong physical attack, and he has Grand Wave as a powerful water-based move, which I believe is a special attack. And the thing about it is, despite being a water technique, it's not very powerful because Scorpiomon doesn't have a lot of wisdom or spirit. He's honestly not that bad of a fight, as long as he doesn't go for too many physical moves. Like, this is actually a case where you want him to use Grand Wave more, so he doesn't do as much damage to you. But being a water Digimon, he doesn't like thunder. So keep that in mind. See that he doesn't have a lot of health though. That's the big thing I remember with this guy. So you want to just like keep going at him with strong water techniques, and obviously counter press when you can, when you get lucky enough. Oh, come on. Alright, well, we get a second chance. I do quite like Scorpiomon as a Digimon. The first anime series made me like him as like a goofy antagonist. Like, I mean, he was a villain, but like he was a goofy one. Okay. I'm allowing my Digimon to go down just so I can use a life disc when I go to Munmon before blasting with him. Unfortunately, it looks like that may be sooner rather than later. Yeah, Scorpiomon, a bit annoying to fight, unfortunately. Not the end of the world, though. Bring back in my Metal Greymon. I'm gonna see how much my machine attack does, but I'm not hopeful that it. I'm not very optimistic that this is gonna do a lot. Let's see how much my missile does. He doesn't even want me to see because he's got. I think he's got really good speed, or decent speed, so he's getting lucky at blocking my attacks. Alright, fine. I guess we'll use Armormon. Guess we'll bring in our secret weapon. Now, on the one hand, I do want to... No, I'm going to life disc first before we do anything else. Because I believe we get 2 turns with the blast. So we're going to revive both of these. Scorpion's attacking. Oh, we got lucky, we evaded. Alright. Now what I want to go for is Fish Buster. Because he should still count as a fish Digimon. Yeah, actually that's not that impressive. I was hoping for a lot more damage than that. Oh, you're not going to want to do that. That's a counter. Yep, counter. Take him out. Yeah, Scorpiomon's definitely the more annoying Digimon of these. Just because he's so bulky. Their last Digimon is Snymon. Honestly, the biggest thing with Snymon here is he's very fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for my signature moves just to strike. Just to show off the power of this move. So what we have here is a triple attacking, powerful, I believe it might be machine-based attack. It's very flashy, very cool. Snymon here though has pretty high health, but he's very weak to wind, if you have any wind techniques. He's got decent defense and decent wisdom though, so the big thing with him is his speed. He's very fast, so he's likely to get multiple hits in one turn. Let's see how much Bug Buster does. So that was just a strike, which did about 300. Yeah, you can see here he's quite bulky, because our Just a Strike did way more than Bug Buster did. But he's also just got a lot higher base power. Alright, time for our secret weapon. Time to blast. But yeah, I definitely recommend before this fight, train up your speed, as we have, just to be sure that you can take on Snymon. Like I said, I'm just trying to remember because it has been a while, but yeah. Dynamo Cannon! Unfortunately, Dynamo Cannon, while a powerful technique, is more supposed to be used on machine Digimon. And it's not that impressive in terms of its overall damage output. However, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a bad move, but against machine Digimon, it's a really good move. Oh, we can lose, but let's use Bug Buster to finish this off. Should do it. Oh, that's awesome. Nice job, Mon. And look at that, Agumon caught up at long last to level 30. We got Talmon to 44, and Armamon is now 71. We got 1,335 bit. Not too bad of a leader fight. I think that went pretty well. You'll see here. Yeah, I won against Zukyushi. Huh? There's something on the ground again. Yeah, I got the red ID pass. But where is the Digi Egg of Knowledge? Gotta find it fast to stop the Juggernaut. Now this is where the game is really cheeky, because how many people would think, oh, I beat the leader, to immediately turn back around and see that this Oinkmon has suddenly now moved out of place? Guess what? This is where you're supposed to go for the Digi Egg of Knowledge. So you remember that underground lake in the Asuka server? This is where it is in the Amaterasu server. The Digi Egg of Knowledge. I don't know if someone in the town tells you this, or if there's any sort of big hint to help you. But I've always just known to come back, because obviously like using guides and things, to come back straight away and check. But it is very rude that they don't really tell you that. But yeah. Not the end of the world though. So with that second leader beaten, I know I should probably heal and save, but honestly, I just want to get the Digi Egg so we can make our way back to Asuka City. Plus, this is also a good opportunity to just, you know, just keep getting some level ups. Right, next thing I want to check is the... Ooh, Talmon's 45. We learned Snowstorm, which is a, despite it not sounding impressive, that is a much stronger special attack. Okay. That's really good to know. Alright. I think this is... Yeah, so we find here different coloured Shogun Gekomon. I think it's supposed to be like icy. I quite like the blue, it's pretty cool looking. As with the normal Shogun Gekomon, they're weak to thunder. And they also have the annoying confused gas, as the normal one does, unfortunately. You can see there, they're very weak to thunder. I was hoping for a regular attack more. Wow, Shogun Gekomon not doing very well. That's good for us. So, yeah, 132, not bad. So you can see here right now, just to take a second on my team, Armamon on Monmon is pretty settled as like my Digimon I'm going to be using. Like whenever I use Monmon, I'm going to just keep using Armamon and just getting levels on them until I get to the... Either we're going to hit 99 or we're going to hit a level where I've loaded, where I feel good enough to start using different Digimon, but I'm probably just going to go to 99. Metal Greymon, we need... Until I can load Flame Lance, I don't feel confident enough to use Skull Greymon. So I'm waiting until I can start loading better techniques on Metal Greymon to go into using more Skull Greymon. Because we have to get Skull Greymon to level 99, don't forget. And as for Cubimon, honestly, I'm just going to keep training Talmon until we load these really good moves going forward. I'm quite enjoying just using them, like blasting through Digimon here. There's not a lot here, but I do want to just check for items before going where we need to. We need to go up them stairs, but right now, yes, I had a feeling there might be an item here. We got an evil fang. Interesting. Is that any good? I mean, it's a fang item, so I assume that'll be for... Agumon, right? Let's see. So we have the Mighty Guard right now. Evil Fang lowers our defense. 488 would be good. But 340, so we lose 10 regardless of which one we swap, right? No, we lose more if we get rid of the Mighty Guard. So honestly, I'm gonna go with the Evil Fang. I think that's better. I do want to have a claw and I want to have a other thing. We'll go with that. We'll see how it goes for now. But yeah, I like that. I like that little change up. There's nothing up there. That's fine. We want to go up these stairs here. Oh, look at that. We have a Digi egg. Hey, what do we have here? Yeah, I got the Digi Egg of Knowledge. Now I can summon Digimon. Okay, let's go back to Asuka server and go to North Sector. Now what's really cool is they transport you straight back to Suikyu City, so I don't have to worry about any battles in between. What I want to do now is, as he said, we are going to go back to Asuka City. However, since that, what is the best place to go to Asuka City from with Digimon? And what exactly does Digimon do? Well, Digimon in this game is like Submarimon, a way of transportation. Oh, how much do we have? 12,000. I need 6,000 bit. You know what? I'm gonna buy one copy of that green Digimon card. I know it'll cost a lot. I know I need 6,000 bit, but we're gonna get the bit by fighting through things anyway. I want that Digimon. I want you. Yes. We only need 2,000 bit. It won't take us too long. I want that strong green Digimon. And we're gonna make this deck better. Let's go down to the green Digimon. Where Garurumon. That is a big power up for our deck. Alright. I feel good about my healing items. I feel good about my equipment for now. Let's go to Phoenix Bay. So the first thing to make note of is with Digimon, we can now dig through the underground. But to dig the underground, you need to go to specific spots. Oh, first things first, we have a different coloured Blossom on here. Not much to say. Basically the same as the regular Blossom on. I don't remember it, just a bit stronger, I think. Honestly, though, they're not really a big deal. The hole that I'm going to go to, specifically, is Jungle Grave. Which is kind of the one that you should go to anyway, because it's the fastest way to Asuka City from here. There is also one in the Kicking Forest, but it's not very easy to get to. Actually, no, you can't do that because it takes you a ladder. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to the Jungle Grave, and we're going to go underground from there. According, I've got a map for the specific underground routes, which is very helpful that people have made these to help you navigate the underground, because a lot of them look very similar. I will say, before going underground, make sure you have at least one Digimon with some good special attacks. And make sure you obviously have a counter crest as well. Because the Digimon underground are quite powerful and they have a lot of physical defense, but they don't like electric a lot, in particular. I'm going to show off Snowstorm here. Well, right. This is Snowstorm, our stronger ice technique. Like, I know I didn't do much to Blossomon, that's just Blossomon's not weak to ice. But yeah, so the goal now is to go to North Sector. Specifically, to get to North Sector, you have to go through the Asuka City tunnel that is in the Asuka server tunnel, which is Plug Cape. But obviously we're not going to do that yet. We're first going to make our way back to Asuka City for our auction. But according to this, the closest hole that we can go to that will get us straight back to Asuka City is Jungle Grave near trees. Flame Lance it is then. But yeah, basically you want to find some tunnels will only take you through the Asuka server or the Amaterasu server, but other tunnels will basically take you between both servers. So you want to find one that has paths through both servers. And in this case, there is a tunnel that goes in the Amaterasu Jungle Grave near trees, is all it tells me, which is a really good guide. Hey, that's a really good guideline, isn't it? Goes to Asuka Central Park, very close to the entrance of the tunnel. I am also going to use superchargers here. Near trees is very helpful. So yeah, gonna be looking for a tunnel near some trees, basically. Actually, I think there is something special as well I can go get. Let me double check before I continue. Near trees. I'm gonna assume maybe that one. Maybe this one here. Is it this one here? Like, maybe? But first, I want to check, so before I leave this place, Amaterasu Jungle Grave. Ah, interesting. Alright, actually, there is something I want to go get first in the Jungle Grave while I'm here, before we leave. Underground. And I believe it's the one close to the entryway of Jungle Grave. The hole there. Vilemon. Nothing significant about this creepy looking guy. He uses a dark special move called Dark Fear. Which, obviously if you have high dark tolerance like my Agumon, he kind of just scoffs at it. He's not too bad. Just watch out if your Digimon's weak to dark. The Jungle Grave has a really important item though, if you have a Renamon, that you might want to grab up while you're here in one of the underground holes, which is what I'm going for now. I wanted to just check because there are certain tunnels that lead to very special items and special Digimon. And in this case, the Amaterasu Jungle Grave just says Amaterasu Jungle Grave 1. There should be a tunnel that only has 2 paths with a dead end, but that dead end has a special item for us. And that's what I'm going for, as soon as we get through this. I just remember now, Vilemon's attack, I think it puts you to sleep, which is really obnoxious. I hate Digimon like this. Weirdly enough though, he does not have much MP, so he only gets to use his special technique a couple times before he runs out, which is really funny that they designed it that way. But yeah, fire will absolutely decimate him, as any Digimon here. That's something I do like about this game, is most of the time, Digimon in one area will be weak to the same sort of element. Okay, I'm going to go check if it is this one. Because I'm pretty sure the tunnel in the Asuka server leads to a different, separate side questy thing. But is it this one? We'll find out in a minute. It's the fun of exploring. And I'll know because it'll have just one path. Then after that, we'll go to the tree one. So I'm just checking the tunnels for a second. Alright, down goes Phantomon. And Malgrimon's level 40, nice. Alright. Now it should be, I believe it is... I want to say it's this hole. So if you go above a red hole that we've been seeing around the world, with the Digi-Egg of Knowledge, you get to go underground, and we have new music here. This is the circuit board, which is the name of the underground. I really like this theme. Very nice. It feels very exploratory and very exciting. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, just like the underwater, there's no map, which really sucks, but thankfully people have made guides online to help with this. It's a dead end ahead. Use a different tunnel to get to North Sector. The tunnel going to North Sector is in Central Sector. So yeah, it gives you a little hint there to help you figure out where you need to go for the story. Because they kind of expect you to be digging around trying to find things. But yeah. So our first new Digimon, Rockmon. Very physically bulky. This guy has a lot of health and a lot of physical defense. But he doesn't like special attacks as much. Thunder didn't do a lot. I don't remember the element he's weak to, unfortunately. Being a rock Digimon is a very weird attribute. Is it ice, maybe? Let's have a look. So Thunder isn't very good against Rockmon, but it's good against a different Digimon here. Great, that's annoying. This guy also likes to use double guard, so physical attacks absolutely will not do anything to him. You really want to go at him with a special attack. As soon as I remember what element he's weak to. I want to say water, maybe, but I'm not confident in that answer. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. This can do, like, nothing at all. Just to show you how much physical bulk he has. Yeah, see? Like, you won't be doing anything to this guy. As a design, he's alright. Weird. He's got the giant hands. I did the wrong move. I did not want to do electric bolt. He's kind of cool, but, like, eh. Very resistant to thunder, as you can see here. He hits hard, he boosts his defense, but that's all there really is. The big problem is his elemental weakness isn't very obvious. I want to say it's ice, but it might not be ice. Let's see how much Snowstorm does. When it wants to hit, oh my god. Stupid Rockmon. Thankfully, they do tend to just spend a lot of time boosting the defense, more than they do actually attack. As always, Counter Crest is your best friend for this place. Unfortunately, you get the trippy background, which I don't like. Oh my god, will you just hit already? Redemon, what's going on with you? I need to see how much Snowstorm does, because this is insane. How much does Snowstorm do? 200. Okay, so it's not even that worth going for. We just need one Counter Crest, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, Rockmon is the less clear Digimon to beat underground. I might try in the next fight, see if Divine Rain does more. They give good bit, though, underground at least, so... You know, money-wise, you're at least getting good... you can get a good bit of money here. Now, if you're strong enough to take on the Digimon underground, it's quite worth doing so, because they give good XP and good money, but I wouldn't fret too much. The main thing is just being able to fight them, because you're going to need to go through the underground a lot for different things in this game. This guy warns you it's a dead end, but don't let that stop you, because quite a few dead ends in this game have really good items. Now we have Dromodramon. Now this is the one I'm pretty sure is weak to electric and water. Because he is classed as like a machine Digimon. Yeah, see, 300, that's not bad. Dromodramon do a lot of damage though. Be careful with this Digimon. Look at that damage. 1,800. The only good thing is that means a very easy counter crest kill. But yeah, be careful with Dromojamon. Bring plenty of healing items for dealing with them. I do believe they have a equipment that they have a chance of dropping, which is nice. But yeah, you want to be careful with Dromojamon underground. I know I should probably switch Renamon out of the lead position, but honestly, I kind of need Renamon to get some level ups. Like, I'm going to need to get Renamon some stronger techniques and some stronger damage output. That's actually why I'm here, though, because this item under here will help us out a lot. Okay, I'm going to try and find this out. So let's go to Angelmon and let's try Divine Rain. We haven't used Angelmon in a while. But I want to test whether or not Rockmon's weak to water. He doesn't care much for ice. He's very resistant to electric. Might as well go through the types, find what type he's weak to. Alright, here we go. Good job, Renamon. Alright, we should have... Yes, we do have Divine Rain. Now, he's not a very strong technique, unfortunately. But let's find out. Never mind, okay, we won't find out then. Guess Rockmon's gonna be obnoxious. But yeah, Rockmon's definitely the easier Digimon in regards to, like, which one does less damage, but Dromojamon has much bigger weaknesses. Yeah, water is the answer. So, yeah, if you have a water technique, definitely best for Rockmon, you know. There's not that many, like, rock and, like, earth-style Digimon in this game, so, yeah, water techniques are very good to bring to the underground. Which makes sense. The problem is just there's not a lot of good water techniques, or there's not very easily accessible. So yeah, Rockmon is not very good to train against. Just because of how long battles can take, and like, not the most reliable ways to beat him. Yeah. Alright, back on the second board. Press X to smash the little blocks. But right here, we got the Yin Yang Wand, which is Renamon's signature weapon, which you don't get from an auction, weirdly enough. So one of the things is, some of the Digimon equipment aren't always around. The Yin Yang Ward, sorry, not the wand, we already had the wand. The Yin Yang Ward is Renamon's special shield. So you can see here, from what we've got, we get, what? About 6-point boost in defense. We get 10 more spirit. And a bit more charisma. Quite a bit more charisma. Definite upgrade. The Yin Yang Ward, the Yin Yang Wand. We got 2 of Renamon's 4 items. Okay, I'm actually going to set... just to speed things up a bit, because we got to level 50. I think that's a good place to stop for a minute. We're going to go to Angelmon, because I think Divine Rain's actually going to be more useful underground, from the looks of things. I'll see how much it does to a Dromojamon, since I don't think Electro Ball's even going to one-shot Dromojamon anyway. But yeah. And we still do need to get Angelmon to level 40, so we can unlock the next evolution. Yeah. Plus, we do have a good few techniques at least, with Thunder Gemini and Ice Shower, I think, loaded. Oh yeah, that is just great damage. As always, Renamon proving to be our champion against problematic physical defensive Digimon. This is why it pays to have a variety of techniques on a Digimon. Just so that, in case you get into matchups like this, you always have an answer to them. Unfortunately, Angelmon takes a while to be able to load Divine Rain. I think it's level 50. Which is a bit of a grind, as you've seen with getting Taumon up to that level. 27, nice. Angelmon's also a bit weaker than Taumon is, in exchange for a little bit more defenses. But yeah. Now, even though I say I like the underground, it's cool that like you get to explore. It is quite slow compared to underwater, and I feel like the encounter rate is way higher than when you're underwater. But in exchange for that, the Digimon here do give really good XP at least. So there is that. 300 damage is still good. Is this one shot, or can you survive it? Barely. Though a little bit better than Dalmon did. But that's the good thing, is that as long as we can survive a hit, if we can get a counter crest, we can just take Dromojimon out immediately. Which is great. And a good 500 bit for every victory against just one wild Dromojimon. Let's go to the hole. Oh, come on! Oh, it's insanely bad luck. Okay. Well, I'm going to heal up first. I know this seems pointless, but if I get a counter crest here, I could just defeat Dromojimon in one hit. Let's see what happens. Like, Dromojimon only has one attack, which is just the really powerful metal attack you've seen. Yeah. I'll go for Thunder Gemini. Let's see how much this does in contrast to Divine Rain. So Divine Rain did about 300 damage. Thunder Gemini, meanwhile, 200 damage. Okay, so Dromojimon is actually... Yeah, so water is definitely the element you want to come into the underground with. Thankfully, we're getting really lucky with these counter crests. And that luck continues. It's really helping us out for this section of the game. And look at that, 31. Immediately. Because Dromojimon just gives that much XP. Right. Now I'm going to switch back to Metal Greymon while we make our way to the place we want to go in the jungle. Grave. But the good news is now we have that shield. I wonder if that shield might be why we took less damage actually, because it did give us quite a good defense boost. Sure. I know I probably don't need to do that, but yeah, it's fine. So we're gonna go back. We need to go to the hole that's near the trees. I speak for the trees. Okay, is it? It's not a hole over there, is there? No. It's gotta be this one. It says near trees. It's got to be this one here. Wrong. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having a look quickly. If there's any, I don't think there's any other big things we can get right now. Yeah, not at the minute, but yeah, that's fine. What do you got to say? Amaterasu's Jungle Grave is this exit. If you keep going south, you can get to the Super Server. So that is true. However, what we actually want to do here is we are going to go south. We're going to go southeast, and then we're going to go northeast. This tunnel goes to Asuka and Amaterasu server. If you go north, you'll get to Amaterasu's Jungle Grave. So yeah. Oh, I want to just quickly switch back to Renamon for a bit. While I'm underground, I want to definitely use Renamon only because of the just right now the other two just won't be able to do much damage at all to the Digimon here. Because we want to get to Central Park. And the fastest way is southeast and then northeast from here. I definitely recommend just checking with the Digimon. There are also a lot of different little secret spots that you can go to that they will, you know, you can find some items in some areas of the world that we weren't able to get access to before, that you had to use the underground to get to. But yeah. Take this road north to get near Asuka City. Thank you, Agamon. Okay. This is kind of amazing how I didn't bump into one Digimon in the wild. No, of course not. And there you go. We made it to Central Park. So as you can tell, the underground is very good and very convenient for travel. So honestly, I know I could save it for next part. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna save for next part the north sector because I feel like we've got here quite quick, relatively quick. It's like 2 hours in. Typically I like to go for about 3 hours. I feel like it's a good amount of progress, good amount of time. So what we'll do instead, let's get the auction item first of all. We've got plenty of bit for it, thankfully. I'm gonna heal at the Asuka City. What we can do instead is we can show off Dual Island. I think we're ready for Dual Island. So first things first, because the next auction after this won't be until we beat the leader of the 4th city in North Sector, which we're not going to be able to do for a while. So, like, that'll be a next part thing. So I think for this part instead, what I want to do is make some progress in the side questy stuff for this last sort of half an hour or so. So first things first, let's get the auction item as always, because I'm making sure to get every auction item. Yeah, but I think this is already good progress because we've got through the second Amaterasu leader, we've found the Digimon, we've got a special shield for Renamon. We're getting another auction item here. Yeah, we've explored quite a bit of the Amaterasu server already. Alright, give us our item. Now's your chance! Finally, our main item. Divine Crown, admired by all members. This Patamon exclusive crown will start at 4,000 bit. 4,500 bit. 5,500 bit. 5,900 bit. 6,000 bit? Yes. 6,000 bit. Let us get that crown. I feel like just for completion's sake, I should get all these items and equip them to every Digimon. For the rest of the game. Once I got them. Because the cool thing as well is, you're not likely to have any of the Digimon's full set for quite a bit of the game. Although, Guilmon I think is the fastest one that you can get all 4 items for, since you get his quite early on. But there you go, we got Patamon's headgear. Unfortunately, not useful for us, but the next one will be. Alright, so how much bit do I have left? I have 3,300 bit. I'm going to just check, first of all, we're going to use this as a little test to see if we're ready for this. Let's just quickly see if there's any cards we can buy, first of all. As always, I want to check. We don't even have enough for a Blossomon, that is depressing. 11,000, no, we don't have enough for any of this. That's fine, no boosters, that's fine. No worries. I think I beat these guys last time. Sure, let's battle you. I'm going to use my green Digimon deck just to test it out. Make sure that we're good enough with it. Green. This is just going to be like a little test tool against this tamer. Yeah, see right now, right away, not a good hand. Beep. Okay. I mean, we got a couple good things there. It's not atrocious, but yeah, the Gabumons really keep our numbers down. I think the only thing I can do here is this. 30, let me think. 33, 63. See, right away, yeah, we can't beat that. 63, we can't, even if I chuck out at 55, we still are nowhere near enough to beat 60, what is that, 63? Yeah. It's always worth checking that, though. I need to start getting rid of all the rookies, really. I need more champion and ultimates. Alright. See, that's a better hand. That's a much better hand right away. Alright, we're going to use a trade, because if I can get another Quagamon, that would be really nice. Let's see what we can get. That would be nice. Do we have more Quagamon? I do not have any more Quagamon, so I can't go for that. I can't go for any, like, double, triple things. He is strong. I think we can win this if I can use this. Grab one of these. Yeah, see, if I had another Quagamon, I'd be able to do 3 Quagamon. I don't think 3 rookies will do very much for me. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. 13, 26. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I just don't think we have enough. Yeah, we're not winning this. No way are we winning this. First things first, chuck this one back to the hand. Nope, they're still happy. And we would win, but they have 2 Angemon, which is just overkill. Like, that card is one of the best cards in the game. Summon N. Because he summons 2. Like, you essentially get 32 health extra and 28. And if you can get 2 of them on the field at once, you get that much. It's insane. Like, if you want the best deck in this game, I just recommend get 4 summon white, 2 white, get 4 to summon 2 Angemons. Right, that was an important lesson for me to see my deck still needs some work. I don't think I have anything big to sell. I know I could technically sell all my, like, legendary equipment, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of all these special things I've been doing in auctions. Yes, they give a lot of money, but I'm not doing that. Like, I want to have them all for the end on this save file. I'm going to use the inn, first of all. Let's heal up, and let's see if we have anything we can sell at the shop, maybe, to get. I think... I'm torn because I'm like, I should probably do card battles, really. Like, get more folders. No, you know what? No, we're not going to sell. We are going to go... We're going to go straight away to where I want to go. We are going to go to Dual Island, people. So, what is Dual Island exactly? And why am I doing it now? Well, first of all, it's basically just going to be a bunch of card battles, so I figure let's tag it on at the end of this part before I wrap things up. See how far we get. If we can't do it all, that's fine, I'll go back and save. Wherever it just gets, if it gets just too difficult. But if I can do well, then yeah, cool, we might as well try and knock it out now. Basically, as soon as you have Submarimon, you unlock Dual Island, which is a place where, if you use Submarimon at the Divamon Lake specifically, and only Divamon Lake, you can go to Dual Island where you'll fight a bunch of... You'll do a bunch of card battles, basically. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, did I get Munmon? Oh no, I already have Munmon. Yeah, so if you don't have Munmon, as a partner Digimon, you'll be required to go to Dual Island to get their DDNA from Armamon, who is there. But you'll only show up for that side quest, like all the other ones did. But basically, it's a bunch of card battles against different Divamon, who are going to have pretty strong decks, but it's nothing unbeatable by any means, as long as you've been collecting cards. Oh, we learned anti-paralysis, that's nice. Yeah, the problem really for me right now is just... Unfortunately, there's no Divamon that actually open booster packs there, so that's also important to remember. But I feel like my deck is good, or it's at least usable enough to be able to give it a go. Because bear in mind, that tamer in a Super City, some of them are kind of just meant to be some ridiculously strong tamers. So don't let that discourage you. Like, I'm sort of getting a feel from a battle, and to be fair, the tamers on Dual Island rank up bit by bit. This is completely optional. You do not have to do this at all. It is a entire little side questy thing, just to be like, oh look, you can card battle, and you can card battle them as much as you want. After the first time you beat them, and they'll have stronger decks, like way stronger deck actually. But yeah. But I figure I might as well do it now, because the next place we'll be going to is the North Sector, which will be just a lot more battling things, and I don't know if I'm really going to have card battles or anything up there, so I figured now's probably the best time to try and show this little minigame, this little section of the world off. The Amaterasu one, however, we will definitely want to get a much better deck for that, which will require fighting Cardmon, which I'd love to do, except I need some techniques that can beat Cardmon easily. And I just don't have the power right now to take on some of the stronger Cardmon that will give me really good packs yet. So that'll be something that we'll have a look at next time, seeing about trying different techniques out to find a good way to beat Cardmon. Because I would like to try and get some better packs sooner rather than later. Because it's all well and good trying to buy the cards from shops, but they're way too expensive, the really good cards that we want. Yeah. Also, I didn't realise that this green Kawagamon will be so bulky. Okay. Down it goes. The wind's best against it, but we don't have a wind technique, so we'll have to do. I know Renamon's my strongest Digimon, but honestly, they're just the strongest against the Divamon in Divamon Lake. Because you have to go underwater. And Divamon hit pretty hard, so I do kind of want to just have a Digimon that can deal some good damage to them. Plus, I wouldn't mind getting some level ups on Angelwomon before the end of this part. But yeah. Alright, let's go. Yeah, underwater, the only Digimon you ever fight are Divamon, because obviously it's Divamon Lake. Our best technique for them will be Thunder Gemini, because they are weak to Thunder. But by now, we should be at a place where we can almost one-shot them, which is really good for us, because that means that we're definitely getting stronger. I know if I wasn't using Angelwomon, I'd definitely be able to one-shot them, but that's fine. My only issue with this Dual Island area is that there's no inn, there's no save spot, there's nowhere to heal, and there's no place to get more cards, which is really odd to me. You'd think on Dual Island you'd be able to go to like a Divamon. You can fish there, but yeah. Like, fishing is alright in this game for cards, but honestly, I kind of prefer. I think kicking trees has been a bit more reliable just because of the timing. But yeah. Despite that, though, I do like this place. It's got very funky music, very fun. Welcome, this is Dual Island, a paradise of duelists where stronger card duelists gather. I love the music here, and I like the sort of like fun vibe of it. If you needed to get Monmon's DDNA, this is where Armormon would be. That may be Cartfish, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, no, you Cartfish, actually. No, I'll take that back. Just show these little spots off. Now, Pio, we have a few Etamon. What are you doing here? Hey, I got a perfect folder. Now I'm going to beat those fish. Etamon has Etamon's pride. I can't lose to Divamon in a card battle. I just like how festive and fun this music is. Another big positive with the soundtrack. It has stuff like this. You want to duel with me? Alright, come on. Alright, let's see if we have a strong enough deck to beat this guy yet. I'm aware that my brown deck might be better, but I want to use the green one. We are green courage. Oh, that's actually quite a decent hand. Right, off the bat, we want to use that green energy. The green power, just to give us an extra block. There we go. Can we summon them? 2, 3, 4. Perfect, and we have 2 to spare. Oh, we got this. Yes, that's fine. They'll get 15 at most. Let me think. 15. You know what? I know I could use the green boost. Oh, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to summon Digimon, actually, just to give us a little boost in stats. I'm actually not going to use that green boost. I want to save that, put that back in the deck, in case we get a power charge. Now, thankfully, Salamon has no attack, so yeah, they get 25, but we still can beat them, and they can't do anything to us. As long as I can take out the HP, that's all that mattered there, so I think that was actually the better move. Nice. And that's back in the deck. Good. Who do they use? What do we get? Anything special? Oh, look at that. We got the green thing right back again. Fortunately, this hand is a lot weaker than the last hand. We got 15, 7, 14. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, a much weaker hand this time. But we're still higher up than they are. Patamon. They get 1 and 4. Honestly, that's fine. I think we can win with just this then. 4, 8, 12. Okay, that's... It's harder, but it's... Yeah, no, we win. We win. I think even this would win, but I'm just going to do this for, like, an extra boost. Sure. Beast Energy. Check it out. Amazing card for us to have won. To have gotten a booster pack. And what's nice is that every duel here is going to give us a booster pack. So yeah, as you can see here, this first duel is not too bad. Like, they basically work around rookies, like getting 3 off rookies and things, but each one's going to be tougher and tougher as we go along. That was just the first duelist. Little warm-up gets us into the feel of how strong they're going to be. And he's going to open up a path for us. And what's nice is that every time, even if you haven't beaten all the Divamon, wherever we get to, it'll keep that Divamon out of the way, so we can just go straight to fighting them next time we come back here. I'm kind of hoping we can just do this all in one go, but we'll see. Ooh, 2 PG. That's quite good, actually. Yeah, sure. That is not a problem. Let me think. I could grab a Kabuterimon in exchange for an AP. I'm actually going to do that right away. I'm going to swap 1 AP for a Kabuterimon. Because I'm pretty sure I have a Kabuterimon, right? Grismon. Oh, we have 2 Kabuterimon. Oh, you know what? I'm going to wait because we can actually see later on. Get rid of that. Chop. We are not using a black card. That is fine by me. No, because we can use the program card next time. We have 1 green block, so we can summon 3. Look at that, we're already stronger. They have nothing else they can play. Honestly, I know I could use them. I think it's better to keep them. Yeah, we can win this. And then, because we have 3, we get Mega Kabuterimon, who gets us a massive boost. I'd say that's a pretty good... That gives us a really good advantage there. Those go back into my deck. Alright. What do we get this time? Oh my god, that is so good. Okay. Now, right off the bat, I believe Blossomon takes 2. Yes. I'm going to actually swap off the Gabumon, because I like these. These are really good. I think we need another bit of power onto the field here. And I'm going to get rid of the green energy. Oh, I'm going to hold on to the green energy. I do have another Blossomon if I wanted to get the second one. 2, 3... Or I can grab my big... I'm going to grab Wergarurumon, actually. I think I can summon him. With just them. Get rid of that. Go for a green energy in case we lose this round. We don't need that Gabumon at all. We should be able to win this round. Yeah. Let's use our green power now. To make sure we definitely have enough to summon. Yeah. So here we have 32, we have 52 and 50. That's pretty good for just 2 cards. Look at that. Amazing. And they bring a Digimon. That is fine by me, because now what I'm going to do, we're going to return 2 Digimon. We're going to return 1 Gazimon, so they can't go for the triple combo. This is why Eclipse Undo is so useful as a card. And we're going to take away their Devimon they just summoned. Pop that in the hand. Boom. We have severely weakened them. And shown them up. It's not enough to win. We got to do it with style. I think just from that alone, I have a good feeling about this green deck. For this. At least for Divamon, I think we definitely need to get upgrades, but these packs are going to be great to open because they're going to give us better cards, at least. Alright, let's keep going. Who wants to do it with me? Alright, come on. The green map. Ooh, alright, we found the green duelist. Let's see what we do here. Alright, not as good of a hand. But I got 2 Kiwimon, that's kind of workable. I can work with that. If I grab another Kiwimon, swap out Kawagamon. Yeah, Kawagamon's kind of the weak one. Yeah, let's go for a Kiwimon. That feels like a good idea. I know this seems wild, like, why would I go for Kiwimon here? He's not very strong. Well, we already have 2 in our hand, so 3 Kiwimon could be really good. And honestly, while Kawagamon's good, I don't think we need him. Not for this. Alright, so we're going to summon our 3 Kiwimon first. 9, 18, 27. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty powerful on their side. But we have 2 things we can do to guarantee the win here. We're going to Eclipse Undo their strongest monster, which is a Kabuterimon. Chuck that back. 43. So we still don't win. But we can add plus 20 to guarantee we already win. And as you'll see here, we can turn these 3 weak champions into a pretty powerful overall champion. Look at that. Nice and easy. I probably didn't need to use the green, but I wanted to just be safe. Okay, round 2. Oh my god, we keep getting those Eclipse Undo because they're so good. No, we are good. Now, we have Wergarurumon, Kabuterimon, Dokugumon, and a Kiwimon. Oh my god, that's so good. Nope, I'm happy with that. They summon a Palmon. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use HP and give my Kiwimon some HP. Yeah, I figured they would have another summon Palmon. So what I want to do here is we're going to chuck 1 Palmon back because it gives them a big boost if they have 4 rather than 3. So there you go, that's 6. So they're making a plus 6 Lilymon, but that doesn't even compare to our field. I would say we were the better green duelist here. We showed them up with a green courage. Oh, I love that I'm getting all these booster packs. Like, this is going to be a fun end of the episode, because we're going to just open up all these packs. Let's see what we got. Oh, I tried too hard to get a laugh. I need to choose my cards better. Yes, you do. Alright. You want to do with me? Alright, come on. What's this one? This is the Red Master. Alright. Stick with our green deck. Let's see what we can do. I'm aware that we have a couple non-green cards, like the Eclipse Undos, but there's just too useful to not have. Alright. 22, 12... Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll keep the Cubemon then. Ah, alright. So, not quite enough. So we're going to need to do some other stuff. Don't want that. Well, let's use one of these first. Chuck out their big Greymon. What is their other card in the hand? Oh, that's fine. We can beat that. I don't think I need to use those. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to leave them in my hand. Because they're not even close to beat me with that. Eclipse Undo is such a good card for just shutting down beat-down decks. Like, that don't have a lot of defense like this. Like I say, as long as you have some half-decent cards, you'll win these duels, no problem. Alright, round 2. Okay, I'm going to play the green energy, just to make sure we don't run into any issues here. Also, nice that we got a triple pair here of Kiwimon. Just to make sure we have... I know they only cost 1, but it's just that guarantee that we still have some green energy in case anything goes wrong. Oh, that's a bit of a threat there. Okay. We gotta get rid of a Growlmon right away. That's an enormous threat. What did they do? 30 damage. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. I think even if I give a plus 10 here, it's not going to be enough to survive. I think Fire Cannon's just too much damage. Alright, well, they came back in heat this round. Fire Cannon and 2 Growlmon, 3 Growlmon is a big threat. Alright, well, I'm going to have to need a good hand for this last round. And unfortunately that's not a good hand, so we may have to do another duel. This may actually be another duel. Alright, 2 Guagamon, a Kiwimon, and a Gabumon. Yes, I mean, on the one hand, that's not unbeatable, but do we have enough? Plus 10, minus 10. Okay, I can get rid of one of them, 2 of them. What does that leave us with? Let's go through the maps here. So first of all, we want to do this on one of these. Get rid of them, definitely. 44 to 40. We need 11, 22, 32. I think they're too strong. Unfortunately, I think they're just a bit too strong. I think even if I did it on the other one, I don't think I'd win. Unfortunately, we lose by draw. That's the worst way to lose. Even though I had more attack, it's a draw, and draws don't count as a win, which is so dumb. We're going to do another duel, because that was, I feel like I got gypped there. Oh, yes I am. I know I could do a different deck, but no. This is the green deck. Okay, that's a good hand. Let me have a look quickly. I mean, I like the... That's good. I immediately forgot what they did. I think I'm going to grab one of the Eclipse Undo. I think Eclipse Undo was what helped in this first round. Yeah. Which makes sense, because it is a good card. I'm going to take out the Kiwimon. I know I have multiple of them. But honestly, I just don't think he's as useful as these other cards are. Alright. So we're going to go Kabuterimon and Dokugumon. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember now because it was the Greymon that was the problem. Yeah. Eclipse Undo on Greymon. I want to try do this without needing... Yeah, honestly, if I don't have to use the Devimon and I don't have to use the Bee, that'd actually be better for us. 21. Nope, we have more health. Nope, we win. still stronger than that. We have by 4 more health. More power. So round 1's always easy. That is a very easy round to win if you get rid of that Greymon. This is the problem round, unfortunately. I think I know. I don't know if I can win this one, but we'll see what we can do. I don't want to give up too quickly. Okay. First of all, I gotta Eclipse Undo one of those Growlmons. Get rid of that, first of all. 40 to 46, okay. 40 to 46. Yeah, I think even if I bring out Digimon, we're not winning this. Because... Oh, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Wait, why are they letting me? Okay, that's interesting. Because it does 30 points to any Digimon on my field. Yeah, see, 30 points to the opponent's Digimon. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get it through that. Even if I boost his attack up, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, that was a tough round. Round 2 is really difficult. Round 3 is as well, unfortunately. 3 Growlmon is rough. Like, I think the only way I'd win that is if I had multiple Eclipse Undos and then, like, a strong enough Digimon to survive that Fire Cannon. But that's fine. That's less fine. Alright, we'll see what we can do. I don't know if we can win this. 2, 4, 5. Oh my god, we actually have enough to summon them all. You know what? That's pretty good. Pretty good numbers there. 80 to 77. I think we win. I think we actually just about beat them. Thanks to this one copy of my Berserk Energy. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's why Blossomon is such a good addition to this deck. I'm glad I bought that second Blossomon now. And there you go. 8A. Alright. I was worried that was going to be a roadblock and where we'd have to end it, but honestly... Alright, cool. So we've got through the fire one. We've got 2 people left. We got this last normal Divamon here. The Blue Master. Alright. Okay, I definitely want to use that green energy, because... I don't know what they're going to play. So we gotta need to be ready for anything here. Just make sure I got the energy to summon everything. We're just gonna go all out and see what happens. So 15, 14, and 4. Not great, but it's okay. So far so good, we're better than them. Summon Gomamon, so that's 2 force. Okay. I'm gonna go for an extra HP on Gabumon for a turn. Let's see what they do. 2 force 6, right? Yeah, I figured it might be another Summon Gomamon, but that's why this is so helpful for us. We can chuck one of them away, and that'll make them as weak as they are now. So, that puts them at 6, which is 28 attack and 9 HP. Ooh, oh, hold on. They'll have 2 HP left. I'll have win. Yeah, I think I win because of the HP. Yeah. There we go. We win by HP. I like it. What have we got now? Ugh, that's not as good as I had. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do with this. 22, 9, 18. 40, and 34. Ooh, whoa, that's a lot of cards. Okay, that's a lot of threatening things there. Do they have 3? No, they don't have any 3-offs. So we just gotta beat the numbers, really. 59. Yeah, see, even if we go +10, +10, that's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna do it anyway, though, just to use these up. To give us a better chance of drawing the green Berserk energy, because I think I'm gonna need that. Unfortunately, they've just got 2 high numbers there. Just a full strong board there. But that's fine. We still have one more round to try and win. So round 2 is just as much damage. Round 1 is just stopping them from getting their quadruple combo. Ooh. Okay. Right. I could go Berserk Energy, or I can get an Eclipse Undo. I'm gonna say probably Eclipse, because I'm worried about a combo. And I'm gonna get rid of Gabumon, because he's just not... Like, 4 and 3 isn't gonna do much for us, compared to the other cards in the hand. Let's see what we can do with this. So we have 13, +12, +7. Not much power on my side, unfortunately. 32, 29. The problem is, I've got to Eclipse Undo very early on here. Okay. I don't like doing this, but I've got to do it. We've got to get rid of Cubimon here. Let's see what they put now. 20. Oh, they're doing the same to me. Okay, interesting. Then yeah, I think I lose, because I think without that 12, I don't think I have the health to survive. Yeah, I think that's too much. Yeah, even though I have way more attack, it doesn't matter because they take my health down and they win because of the draw. Which is a very dumb ruling. No, we can win that. I think that's easier than the red one. We just need good. We need a good draw. Let's go again. Oh my god! Yes, we can win with that. Ooh, but I gotta think about who to summon and who not to summon. I think I want Blossomon, and I think I want. No, we need. Let's go Kabuterimon. Let's leave Quadamon. 36, 36. Yep. Right off the bat. No. Let them summon first. A Gomamon. Take one Gomamon off. There. So now they have only 2 they can bring out. Let's see. So yeah, 23, 26. Yeah, I think I can save those 2 cards for now. Let's see. Yeah. Not enough damage because it's only 26. 28, 35. Yeah, so as long as we have more than 28 health, we should be able to always win that round. Straightforward, as long as we can get rid of it with Eclipse Undo. This round is the harder one where we need a lot of big numbers. We did not get the big numbers, unfortunately. Okay. I can win that. I can do this. 19, 18. 12, 10, 9. I'm going to get rid of Assault Armor. And we're going to grab another Eclipse Undo. I'm going to Eclipse Undo their 2 strongest... Ooh, or... Let me think. I feel we can win this with... I think we can win this round with Beast Energy. I think I can do it. And here's what we're going to do. We don't need the Assault Armor, because I've just grabbed a better version of it. And now need to find how much power I can get. So, 22 and 21. 76, 79, right. So we got to get up to 76, 79. My first move is we need to get out Devimon. I need to get rid of that Cubimon, because that's the most on their side. And that's the number we need to see if we can beat. Get rid of Cubimon. That puts them down to 63. Oh, I don't think we have enough. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, what a shame. 61-59. I lose by 2. Oh, that's so lame. I lose by just 2 points. 3 points, rather. 3 points and I would have won. I wonder if 2 Eclipse Undos would have been better though. But I don't feel like it would have. I think there were too many monsters to take down. Okay. It's not really a good hand. I don't think I can win this one. I think it's gonna be a third match. Yeah, see, we're so close that I think the damage we have is just too much. Yeah, see, they're gonna go for that. So I have to use mine now. Yeah, I gotta go for mine. I'm back on them. 19 and 20. As long as we have more than 19 and 20, we can do it. 19, 19, and 21. Unfortunately, I don't like this. I don't like being in this position. 19 and 20. Because it won't kill a Kakumon, so honestly, not good going for him. I think I have to go for Renamon. Oh my god, yes! That's enough. We can win with that. Oh my god. That was the card we need. That was the play we needed. By 4. Oh, thank god. That was insane. And we got a rare booster one. That's fantastic. I'm going to be really excited to open these cards at the end. Being a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and a Digimon card game fan myself, Oh wait, what did you say? That was a good battle. Let's do... Oh no, I missed that last bit. Alright, we have the Digi This is so weird. A champion. King Divamon. You want to battle with me? Fo. Good, let's do it. Alright. Asuka Dual King. King Divamon. Let's go. I actually prefer going second. Not great, but okay. What do they do? Put a brown Digimon from... Oh, we don't have any brown Digimon. Ha! Wasted a card already. They did get to look at our hand, I think. Alright, we're just going to go all out in this fight and see what we're dealing with. Right. Has a threatening field, but it's not unbeatable by any means. Start off with Devimon. 46. Let me think. Put a just drawn PG card. You know what? Absolutely fine by me. I'm gonna go onto you. Let's see what happens here. And 10 AP. Okay. No, I think we still win. By 1 point of HP, we still beat them this first round. Thank you. That Beast Energy is our savior for this round. Look at that. 1 HP we win by in round 1. That was round 1. I am terrified how this is going to go. Round 2. Okay. Oh, I might have to... I think next part I'm going to have to look at the, like... I think my screen's a bit big. A bit too small. Alright, anything special we can do here? I can go grab another Kuwagamon? Maybe? Maybe 3 Kuwagamon might be the way to go here? Let's have a look, Or I could Eclipse Undo. If I don't have 3 Kuwagamon, we'll do that. No, we don't. Okay, new plan then is Eclipse Undo. Yeah, we don't have more than 2 Kuwagamon, so there's no point. In that case, we don't need the Rookie. The Rookie's not going to help us. Charge Terminal is the card we need. Basically, this is the pot of greed of this game, where you can draw 2 cards. Alright. 40... 27... 4,000 attack. To 36 defense. This is not good. That is 2 Devimon. I do not like 2 Devimon. Plus 10 HP. I really want to return it to hand. I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? I don't like this at all. I hate when they do this. Don't be freeze bug. Don't be freeze bug. Good. No freeze bug. Good. We waste a card. My worry now is they're going to do the summon Devimon, summon Devimon. No, 10 AP, plus 10 attack, minus 10 HP. The problem is minus 10 HP kills him, so we're going to have to boost our attack up, I guess. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, cancel wheel. Yeah, I think that kills my... Yeah. We're still stronger, though. No, we're not, because they have a second summon Devimon. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, that's it. That's just too much. I wonder if they had another one. Yeah, so this second round is really difficult for us to win, basically, is what I'm seeing there. So, if we're going to win, we're going to win round 1 and maybe round 3. This is an amazing hand. I need to be able to play it. Please don't mess with it. Blue point. Blue energy, that's fine. That I can deal with, no problem. And of course they have a no charge terminal, that's really annoying. My worry is what they have. It's pretty much a blue deck though, isn't it? Yeah. The only monster we have is Wergarumon, but that's fine. Alright, they have 2 cards in the hand. Here's how we're going to play this. I'm going to Eclipse Undo Divamon. He goes back. They're still fine for now. So we're going to summon a Devimon. Let's see what they do. They're just passing. Wow, okay. Then in that case, I'm going all out. I'm going all out on this turn. We're going to teach this Divamon a lesson in the best way possible for this last card game of the stream. 3 summoned Devimons out on the field. And that's not all. Now, looking at their field, let's also bounce back their Hookmon. We're going to make them as weak as possible. We have used everything. And our 3 Devimon get us a Lady Devimon. Look at that, 146, 138. Beautiful. And there you go. Just like that, we have just defeated the champion of Duel Island. We just beat King Divamon. I lost. I must train more. Then I'll give you this Asuka trophy. Yeah, really? Thanks, King Divamon. Yeah, I got the Asuka trophy. I'm the only one who can produce it. It's a symbol for Asuka's Card King. Wow, cool. It's a symbol for Card King. Ho ho ho, but don't let your guard down. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot stronger. Okay, let's go look for a stronger card player. Alright, cool. And there you go. So now, the Divamon there will become much stronger. Which, you won't want to fight them for a while, because they are going to destroy you. Unless you've got amazing cards for this. I'd recommend leave them for now. You can always come back in the future. But there you go, we got the Asuka trophy. So the last thing we're going to do is... I'm going to just go to... I know Seiyu City is closer, but since the next part, we need to go to Asuka City anyway for the trek towards the north sector. I'm going to actually go to Asuka City, and I'm going to open these cards before we finish, because I feel like, you know, after doing all that card battling, we should probably just see what we got at the end of the stream before wrap things up here. But yeah. But I thought that was pretty successful, all things considered. Like, we had a couple issues, so there's little things. I think our deck just needs to get rid of the little rookies and start focusing more on powering up our champions, ultimates, and especially if we can get a mega, that'd be great. The thing with megas is they cost 3 blocks to summon. So if I do get a few mega cards, I'd have to play a couple green energy cards just to help us be able to get them out. But that's fine. Like I said, they're well worth it. That's kind of the big benefit of using Brown Digimon deck, is if you use a brown Digimon deck, you don't have to worry about that. But the problem with a brown Digimon deck is there's a lot of decks in this game that have cards specifically to negate or destroy or remove brown Digimon. So that kind of balances it out. But yeah. Alright. I think I can probably beat this in just a normal attack here. I know that was a lot of card battling, but I figured let's just do the Divemon stuff now before we go off towards the north sector, because, you know, it's the complete other side of the world that we're going to be going to. So I figured I might as well just get all the card battling out of my system now, at least try. To be honest, I remembered Dual Island being tougher, so I'm really glad that, like, my deck was good enough, the green deck was good enough. I do kind of wish I could, like, shift my deck so I could move the green deck around. I don't remember if the card trophy actually does anything. I might look into that between parts, but at the very least, it's just like a proof that we've beaten the Asuka city, the Asuka side of the card battles. Yes, yeah, sure. Alright, Kawagamon, you and me. Forgot it doesn't do much to Kawagamon. I don't know what it is with these Kawagamon, they're just really tough. You know what, now I'm going to switch to Metal Greymon for a moment. Let's go for Magic Missile! Yeah, I might put I think I'm just gonna put Agumon in the lead for a minute, so I can deal with the Quagamon way quicker. And I want to just get us to Asuka City as soon as possible. Like I said, I know this has been a little bit longer of a part than the last couple of parts have been, but I also feel like I wanted to make up for the fact most of this part was just sort of wandering around the south sector and not so much big important battles. So I figured let's get the card battle Dual Island at the end and, you know, just show a bit of this Amaterasu server off before we go to north sector. Which will be the next part, we'll be doing that. So, anyone who's been antsy about North Sector, we will be going there in the next part. We just needed to get the Digi egg to get there. Oh my god, okay, my damage is going up now. Through the west wire. Up the path. Around the corner. Nearly there. It's a Tapermon! Oh, you're gonna be sorry you battled me, Tapermon. Let's see how much we do to him. This poor Tapermon. 1,900 damage. Ooh. It's crazy how much your levels really go up in this game, though. Like, it wasn't that long ago. Like, it was only 2 months ago we were first fighting Tapermon. And now we just annihilate them. But it goes to show we're making good progress. We've got halfway through the Amaterasu leaders. We've only got one more leader in the Asuka server to fight as well. Yeah, it's all looking good. Did I get any? 4,500. Yeah, we don't have enough to really buy anything special, but that's fine because instead we're going to go to the card shop and we're going to open our packs because I feel like it'd be rude for me not to open the packs at the end of this part. Just show what we won from doing the... I mean, we got a trophy, obviously, which is nice, but we also had all the packs that we won from dueling against the Digimon. So let's have a look and see if it upgrades our deck at all. I also need to upgrade my brown deck, because I do want to use that one. Alright. Let's see what we got. So we got 5A, 6A, 8A, 7A, R1, and R2. So from 5A, anything special? Hookmon's pretty decent for a blue deck. Not bad. We got a decent green card. Nice. And an okay little Digimon. Cool. We got Eclipse Undo, so that's unfortunately kind of useless for us because of the amount we've got. Gyaradomon. Okay. We got Summon Patamon, which honestly not that good. But that's fine. Alright, 7A. Ooh, what is this? Get 2 points of green energy. Definitely want to add that. Put a just drawn brown PG card into trash. That's not bad. That's what they were using on us to hinder us. We got some Bomber Nanimon. That's nice. Red power. Okay. Alright, what about this one? Put 2 cards from opponent's deck into trash can. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's useful. I mean, it's interesting. Oh, we got Mammothmon. I like Mammothmon. It's interesting. I'm not sure how useful it is. I guess it lets you look into their deck. But I don't know. That's pretty terrible. That is really terrible. What about R2? Oh, that's way better. We got... Okay, a few big standouts here. Togemon, first of all, for our green deck. Nice. We got some decent cards here. Angemon is amazing. Program Charge is fantastic. Choose a PG card from deck and add it to hand. No negatives. We don't have to trade like we did with the other one. That is a all positive thing. Alright. I think I'm going to buy one more Blossomon. I know that's all our bit, but we did just... We're going to be doing a lot of fighting. And I think Blossomon has earned it. I think our green deck deserves this. We have 4 of them, so we can't use that. I'm going to grab a green force in exchange for the green energy. We don't need the green power now. Green force is all that we need here. I don't mind these, but program charge we want as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to swap out you for... let's go down a bit to our green cards. Definitely want to add the Blossomon. We have 3 Blossomon, which is superb for us. I'm going to get rid of that other Gabumon for some other green cards. How many more green ones did we get that were good? We got J Mojimon. Not bad. And get rid of that Vegemon for Togemon. There we go. We have 4 Kiwimon. When 9-7 is the worst we have, not awful. At least we have 4 of them as well. Yeah, so that's all the beneficial ones of that side of things. Like, I know it doesn't look like we've got, like, a huge boost. Like, I know this could be interesting, but I think this gives us a good amount of power while also still allowing us to do other things. Assault Armor boosts the power of our green card as well, which could be nice. Maybe I could put 2 cards from their deck into the trash, but I don't think that's a very easy to make use of card compared to some of these others. Program Charge is great though, I'm really glad we got that. Alright, brown deck. Let's have a look. This needs a lot of work, this deck needs so much work. But that's fine, that's why I'm here. Alright, let's start with the following. We have 4 Eclipse Undos, that's fine. I'm going to put Beast Energy, because of course we want Beast Energy. It's such a good generic card. No. Put that definitely in the deck. Absolutely want that. Of course we want the 4 Summon Devimons, because it's Summon Devimon. When would we not want Summon Devimon? Like, I think regardless of the coloured deck, Summon Devimon should always be in the deck, because it's the best summon card next to Summon Angemon. Alright. We're gonna go for that. I think that's good for now. Now, I want to have a look at the brown ones. We have 2 Meteormons. Not bad. by now I've definitely got a lot better brown cards. Although I've got to say, not really. Not that many great brown cards yet. They will pop up though, believe me. Like, the damage will show in time. Like, the thing with brown Digimon is typically their stats aren't as high as some of the other colours, but in return, not being able to cost any blocks really brings up the value of them. We got Garamon. I think I've got just enough to build a deck out of. We got another Numamon. Okay, yeah. 2, 3. Yeah, see, I think that's as good of a brown deck as I can make right now, unfortunately. It's not very good, but it's better. It at least gives me some program cards, some decent... Oh, hang on, get rid of him. Why is he there? We've already got that, haven't we? Yeah, 4 of them. Brown Digimon opponent, just drawn brown PG. Actually, we're going to keep that. That could be useful because I forgot there are certain brown PG cards that are useful. I'm actually going to chuck that in this one as well. I think that could be useful for this one. I'm going to get rid of one of these assault armors for the... Because I forgot that, yeah, there are a lot of brown PG cards. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good, because that gives us a way to cancel some of these deadly cards, actually. I'm really proud of this deck. I think there's an interesting thing going on there. I haven't decided what colour I want to do this one, like what sort of deck yet. I'm thinking I might go for a white deck, but I'm like, we'll see. Like I say, we've got the Summon Devimon, the green, the Eclipse Undo, and then all brown Digimon. We have the greens, the PG cards, the Summon Devimon, and the Eclipse Undo. I think that's fine. I think we have good decks all along, all around. I think we've done some good card battles. We got some good cards. I will say that Rare Booster 1 was garbage compared to the rest of those winnings. But that's fine. We got the PG. We got the Program Charge card, which is superb to get. That is as good as you can ask for. But yeah. So, as we talk to... Let me check. First of all, health. Alright, so let's heal at Gatomon. Get nice and topped up. I have used all my bit, but we will get that bit back in no time. Believe me, we will. So let us save with Gardromon at long last. It's been a longer part this, but I feel like it was necessary. The important part though is everything we've accomplished this part. We have found the Digi Egg of Knowledge, so we finally have Digimon to be able to explore the world with Digimon. We have done another auction. We finished Dual Island in the Asuka server, which is great. We've upgraded our deck quite a bit. We beat the second leader, and we got some exploring of the Amaterasu server done. So I'd say this is quite a productive part, all things considered. But next time on Digimon World 2003, on my live stream series, we will be beginning our exploration of the North Sector. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all take care and have a good night.